Now, Mark, you did not have what you just had in your mouth like prior to the entire. You deliberately left and came back just to put some meat in your mouth. What's going on?
I'm still cooking.
a minute.
Hungry. Dinner time.
You had
like pineapple sausage.
Don't you have like Fridays off now? You usually have the excuse of like, look, I was just rushing in, and I had to get
still
food.
Eat at the same time. It's called consistency.
Moving Nexus over here to the chat screen. Okay, there we go.
It's called dinner time.
All right.
There. Oh, switch me and Mark.
Okay, you can be next to Chip Skylark.
Oh no, only
I
just didn't want to cover too much of Mark because he's got that whole sausage in his mouth.
You got to see it. You got to bear witness to the meats.
What is that? Pineapple? Is that?
Yeah, pineapple.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, so we've got a packed roster here for tonight's live stream. Of course, we are going to talk some of these Gavv forms. I'm so glad we got a video out because now we know that the pronunciation is Gavv. So
right,
so we don't have to
be an idiot anymore. How many different names do we have? Gavv, Gavv, Gavv. Like I'm like,
Gavv.
That is just finally out there.
Well, is it an either because Gavv is just the that they have at the pronunciation at the end. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I guess Gavv's fine.
I mean, otherwise you would just say like nom or bite if you English. Yeah.
But now that we got like the belt video they released on Monday, and the first thing that I was waiting for is like, say the name.
Gavv.
And they were like Gavv, and I was like, bet. Okay, good.
I was waiting the whole time because I'm like, stop saying eat over and over again and just say the name so I know what it is. Like,
yep. So
also to be fair, Mark's not the only one eating.
Okay. I mean,
it looks like there's people that's eating as well. So,
I mean, y'all can just eat whatever you want. As Mark scoots by and probably gets seconds, and then I hear plates clashing on cloudy screens.
It's salmon. It's salmon and asparagus.
It's
salmon. Oh, that's
nice. The best writer in Saber. It's salmon. Salmon. So yes, let me go around the room, see how everybody's doing. Ash, how you been doing?
Yes, I've been doing good. Just working, making videos, working on the complete history of Go Power Rangers. I've got 2 out of the 5 story arcs done so far, and I'll probably be working on the 3rd one today if I have time. So I'm trying to I'm aiming to get that out before 122 in 2 weeks.
Ah, nice. I was hoping to get out a Boom Boomger video, on Sunday because I was like, I know I've got a heavy work week this week. Let me get out this Boom Boomger video early. Woke up early, and the subs didn't drop. This was like the latest the subs ever took to come out.
Yeah,
yep.
I spent all day waiting. I didn't know what to do with myself. I ended up impulse buying games on the eShop because I was like, there's nothing here. And you know what I bought? Megaton Musashi W, which is...
Yes, you did.
It was half off. I've already sunk in like 16 hours. I can't put it down. It scratches that Gundam Breaker itch before Gundam Breaker comes out. Didn't even realize they had suits in there from Voltus 5, Combattler V, Mazinger, Getter, Grandizer. I was like, I'm in. I'm invested. So,
did you get the Grandizer game, the UFO one that dropped?
I did not.
Really good. Oh, it's really good.
I'd seen it, but I was just like, kind of hesitant. But I'll win on that one. So,
no, definitely, it's been going on sale a lot lately. I would highly recommend it. It's really good.
Nice.
I've been playing Mad Max because I got it for like $8 on G2A.
The old one or the new one?
The new Mad Max game, the 2015 one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw it on your Discord status that you were playing
Yeah.
it earlier. So
Fun.
Like it's like Arkham but cars.
It is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's really good. It
Mhm.
is pretty solid.
That's cool. That's cool. Mark, what you been doing?
Well, like you guys, I've been putting out videos, which is weird. I did like 5 videos.
What
I'm
you-
burnt out.
Weird.
Damn.
Nice.
Son. Wow.
Like, well, because I was like, I was gonna work on this, and like I was like waiting because I was like, okay, so here's what I do when I do a video when something gets announced. I look at Ash's channel and Zio's channel, and I'm like, all right, who put the video out? Neither one of them. But if there's already one from them, I look at the thumbnail so I don't copy it because me and Zio had this issue with screenshots being similar when we want to do thumbnails. So I check and I'm like, oh, Gavv, all 4 forms are being shown. Go over to Deoxy360 on YouTube, type it in the search. No video on it. Go on Zio's, no video. I'm like, they're not doing it. Let me get the video. Let me milk that algorithm like a dairy farmer.
I was like, go for it.
Well done.
Like,
Nice.
had it dropped on Sunday, I would have been ready because I was like, I need to do something with my Sunday.
Yeah.
And then nothing. It drops on Monday, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Nothing.
So,
Nothing can be done.
But it's been fun though, because like I was gonna make like a Gachard video, and then I was like, oh, Gavv stuff, I'll do that instead. Like I'd gladly talk about a show that's not out yet over a show that's currently airing.
Terrible.
I was just so ready to like, wipe my mind clean from more Power Rangers Samurai that I had just watched on Saturday because
I'm
Jesus
still
Christ,
watching that. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh boy.
it's the worst
Yeah.
trash ever. Like,
No, it's not. You haven't even got the Super Mega Force yet.
Yeah,
Look.
yeah. Megaforce is even worse. Than
You haven't even got to the
Samurai.
season
So if
after
you're-
Samurai yet.
Like
Look.
if you're weak of watching
It's so
Samurai, you're
bad.
not gonna
It's so
survive
bad.
Megaforce.
Zio,
So
if this is bad to Megaforce might kill you in like episode
Yeah.
one.
Look, it was so bad. By the time we got to the 3rd episode, I was like, look,
Zio.
let's just play music throughout this entire episode. It made it fundamentally better, but that VOD is like silent as fuck for that last episode. So no
There-
one even knows what was going on.
Yeah, just there are people who like that show, and those same people think that Super Megaforce is way worse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm ready for it. I don't want to die before Switch
I don't want to
2 comes out.
overhype it for you, but it is
So-
pretty much that bad. It is really much that bad.
My new totem pole is I'm waiting until at least Switch 2 comes out before I decide.
That's the new
Live
stretch
with
goal
the
to
Switch
make
two in
it.
your hand?
Just comes out. Oh,
Yes, I need Nintendo to come out with that hot fire. So
It's like he has a security
if
game
it
to
is
play.
going to
in the
be hot
background.
fire, we don't even know yet.
well, we'll see. Cloudy, what you been up to since we missed you last week?
A lot of work. I got sick again for 3 days, probably very close to dying. That was not fun. Was hospitalized for a little bit, but other than that, pretty good.
Cool. Sounds like a day that ends in Y for Cloudy.
Yeah, it does. I also got a really fat bonus this week.
Nice.
Nah.
What you spending it on?
That's the question. What am I not spending it on?
I don't know. Just assuming how many digits are in that bonus.
I'm
cannot-
not gonna lie. Trust me, you don't know.
I'm just imagining a very
I'm
high
gonna guess.
number.
You
I'm
can
gonna guess
guess
it begins with the number 9.
You'd be wrong. It begins with the number 7.
Oh, you got a 7K bonus?
I didn't say that.
Stop it with this.
Higher or lower?
I'm not gonna say anything.
It's like the little rock climber game.
Guys, we don't need to.
Wheel
We
of
don't need
Price
to
is
push
Right.
on people's finance. We don't need to push it. Like, come on.
Look, this is the guy that
me-
said he
me
was going to buy
Cloudy
3 Garokens.
Yeah.
Oh, I just need one to show up, please.
I got mine. Where's
I didn't
yours
get
at?
mine. I don't know. I haven't gotten
From
mine yet.
Japan.
I've had mine for like 2 weeks.
I haven't gotten mine yet.
Rip. Absolute
Sucks.
rip.
I don't know. Maybe it's because of the quantity I work.
They're
The
like,
box
it's
is
too much.
big.
The box
It's too many.
is
It's
large.
too many.
It's in customs right now. Like, why are there 3 swords in this
It's like,
box?
why are there 3 of these things? They all weigh a ton. Ooh, I wanna do
Scanning
that.
them
last
through
couple months,
customs.
Yeah, no, customs, at least out of
Strange
LA lately, has been like delayed like crazy for stuff for me, anyways. Out here,
same with New York. It's nuts.
Like,
there's also been like a huge spike in crime recently. I don't know why.
No.
well,
Oh, boy.
I mean,
Speaking of crimes, Nexus. It's a crime that you haven't been on the show in like half a year. What's going on?
I am so sorry because where I was like, so I'm currently studying in a time zone that if I was to be on, I would have to be on at 2 a.m. And also, where I staying at, I get complaints when I did one stream in my room and then I got a complaint from my neighbor I was too loud. So if I were to do it, I would have to go downstairs, but it's like 2 a.m. So I'm just like, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out, but it will be my second year in uni, so the schedule might be also a bit busy. But I was able to come today because my parents are not here. They have decided to abandon me at our home, so I am now alone in the house, home alone, basically.
So as opposed to throwing your typical "my parents are not home" party that would normally like plague the 80s and 90s film genre at the time, you decided to just be on a live stream talking nerd shit. Okay.
Zio, I want to
not a
say
bad
something
idea.
so bad, but I can't. It's too mean.
I can kind of guess the ballpark of what you're gonna say, but yes, it would be too mean.
But yeah, I keep on been watching all of the Toku stuff. I've been up to date on those. I've been up to date on the news, and also from time to time I would also sing. Yes, also Gotchard, but oh boy,
you poor unfortunate soul.
Look,
it's
before
okay.
quickly talking about Gotchard, I will
yeah.
say this last episode
Gotten better.
was pretty
But
good.
this week's episode was fire, and because who's the main character? Sabimaru.
Sabimaru. That's it.
Okay.
Sabimaru proves that like the show should have been about his character development because he's done more in the little bit of screen time that he's gotten throughout this show than Hotaro and the gang have done in general in terms of character development. Not only that, but he managed to take down Amalgam without transforming and using the sword himself.
Just out of suit, fight.
And the slash, it was just like, let's go.
Peak. So if there's a Gotchard episode that you need to watch, that's at least pretty damn good. It's like these last two episodes together. Last week's episode was like, but since this is the finale to that two-parter, it works. It works really well.
I'm really glad I caught up
with
this.
Is that 43? It's 43, isn't it?
42 and 43.
So why are all the good episodes at 42 or 43? We had a good revised episode in 42, and now Gotchard combining 42 and 43.
Was Geets 42 good? No, I specifically remember in my review of Geets comparing it to episode 42 of Revice just to see which one was the superior episode 42, and obviously not.
Anything in Saber 42 was trash. I will say that. Anything in the 40s for Saber was terrible.
So I know last week Mark and I were talking about displaying wrist changers, and I did get the thing in the mail, and I'm just saying it's a good way to display wrist changers.
All right. You gotta DM me the link to that because I bought one of the wooden hands that you could pose for sculpting, and I'm just gonna put it around the wrist of that and put like a glove on it.
Yeah, no. The second I got this, I was like, I'm putting these bitches on there. It's good. I got some spurs.
That looks nice.
That looks really clean.
So, got to get that Memorial Blazar brace. That's going to be going on there next.
Does it come in white?
It does.
All right.
Okay, we got Musa Muteki for $2 saying Sabi Goat threw hands against Dread and won. That's right.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Was it Dread or was it like a Dread Trooper?
No, so it's essentially it's Dread being controlled by AI.
Yeah,
by Isaac.
So I guess you could call it a Dread Trooper, but
it's like, still Dread has been like very low tier when it comes to like evil writers for like I would say over half of the show now.
Yeah.
But the fact that Sabimaru was able to take him down without becoming a writer or anything like
while
that.
Speaking.
Yep. with the what is it, the cross, what's the name of the sword?
Gotchard X Slasher.
Yeah, something like that.
I forgot. It's been so long since I've seen that
It's like-
sword.
Is it X Slasher? I think.
Possibly, I don't know. It's like something with
Sword, I
X
don't know.
or cross.
I want to say
blade.
Cross Saber, but that's the wrong show.
That's the wrong
Hey, listen,
show.
that's a
That's
good
the better.
suit.
That's the better show.
That's the better suit.
Oh,
X
no,
got
this-
to Caliber.
Oh yeah.
oh, it's a caliber.
It's been so tough
Slasher.
last
Oh,
week,
God,
Cloudy.
okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Saber slander, and you weren't here to help me.
Excalibur.
No, wait, there was Saber slander last week. Fuck. Who? Who did this?
Who do you think? The man who does
Was
not
it you, Ash?
appreciate
No.
Saber.
Oh,
Look, I'm just saying, Trio of Deep Sin, you guys overhyped the fuck out of it.
I
bitch.
didn't overhype it.
It was
Y'all oversold that thing.
It
Y'all
was great.
oversold it.
It was great.
I
You-
understood it.
you. My thing is, you kept like, oh, this is basically a time paradox. There was no time paradox or time travel in that bitch.
Whoops.
I'm not rewatching it.
Ugh. Either way. But no, I think like this does prove that I think if Sabimaru had been the main protagonist of this show, it probably would have been better as a whole. Because honestly, he had a way better growth process. I don't know if that's just his actor's better or something like that, but it's seeing that
No,
character.
his actor has charisma. Like,
Yeah.
maybe, and also
Screen
maybe it's
presence.
because his character always speaks really quiet that we were able to see a very different side of him when he's actually more outgoing, and also his connection with his brother. Because I also like how it was mid-fight where the brother was fighting Gotchard. Then all of a sudden, it was like he just de-transformed, and I thought it was going to be like a homontage, but then he re-transformed back into the monster, and I was like, oh, okay, so he actually got out of the monster. I was a bit confused at that moment. If you guys still know which moment I'm talking about. It was like when he did that fist punch into Rainbow Gotchard, and then all of a sudden he just was out
He
of
stopped,
suit, out
yeah.
of the monster suit. Yeah.
I
So
will say
I
that
got
this
a
is
bit
the best
confused.
Hotaro has been. You know, literally just being on the side.
Yeah,
Just
being a
fighting his own,
sidekick.
like, yep, that's it.
And being a side character. Yes, exactly.
I'm not gonna, because it's like Hotaro's personality is like so abrasive and always like happy, over the top, very outgoing. Like in the few episodes you get that he is like depressed, they don't even last long. It's like maybe a third or like a half the episode, and then he bounces back too fast. It's
He
really,
does.
and like compare that to a character like Sabumaru who's like constantly suffering, at least in the background, or at least he's always got something going on. I feel like, I truly think like if they had switched protagonists, way better show. Give us the Ringe Sabimaru show. I would have watched that.
We need a
Yeah,
side special.
I would say that the biggest obviously not using like Sabimaru to his full potential, but the thing is, it's like this episode would have been perfect, like probably like 5 or so episodes after Sabimaru had been done being Dread, because of course this was like a good way to round out like that whole story plot point, but it's done once again way too late. That's something that just keeps being common ground when it comes to Gotchard now, is that a lot of what we're seeing should have happened way earlier. Like,
Yeah.
these are plot threads that should have been addressed way earlier.
Imagine that full circle earlier, plus maybe Sabimaru leading to Sabimaru maybe becoming Dread full time. You know what I mean? That would have been
Yeah.
As I said, it's better than ever. It's better than ever.
Watch
so-
Gotchard be a pilot to Gavv, where Sabimaru is actually Gavv.
I would like that actually, but no, I don't think. See, the thing is that it's better late than never. Is like sometimes it's just too late. That when you see something that you should have gotten earlier, you're just like, oh, it's now you're doing this. It's like, oh, come on, I'm already over it. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like sometimes some things are just too late.
Yeah.
Mm.
Still wasn't bad. I just mean like, you know.
No, but definitely this episode was at least a good episode for Gotchard.
Yeah. I when I caught up to this, I was like, I actually found itself kind of weird that it's like, oh, now when I decide to hop back in, you actually end off on a pretty decent note. Kind of.
I would say out of the last couple arcs that they've been tossing in there, this has been like probably the best episode we've gotten in the second half of this show.
I feel like maybe I won't be too mad on this show if it closes well. Definitely not gonna rewatch it for like ever, but if it closes well, at least doesn't leave a bad taste in my
This
mouth.
is not a show I want to revisit in the future.
Yeah.
I don't really think I could ever watch it. If I ever gonna watch it, it's probably gonna be like maybe like the first 4 and then maybe the last 10 if it's good. You know what I mean?
First 4.
Listen, those first 4 episodes, they were rough.
They were,
Mm.
but everybody was being the optimist, and I was like,
Listen,
I'm trying. I'm trying to see something here that's not here.
Let me be an optimist.
We got that pocket
point
dimension
of no
fight.
In
and
episode
that was kind
1.
of like, and I was like, all right, let's
That's
keep it
kinda
going.
cool.
That's why I was optimistic, and then it was like,
We're
because
never
more
doing
importantly,
that
Ash,
again.
what's the last episode you watched at Gachard?
And then it was forms over forms over forms over more forms over. Hey, look, there's another form. And then they stopped.
It's basically almost like Revice, where Revice kept on introducing forms. So I was like, "You're going with that formula again?" And
I
then
think
it
that's
finally
different,
stopped, and I was like, "Okay."
I gotta add another Gotchard bad
with
take
Revice.
to the wheel.
There's so many
bad
forms, and unlike previous years for the candy toy line, this line ended after 6 waves for Gachard. Nearly scratched the surface on forms, whereas Revice, we got literally each one of those shelves behind me is a different show. So the second shelf down, that's all Revice, then all Saber. The top is Geeds. I gotta finish it. And it's like for Gachard, I'm like, oh, I only have
Saber,
I have one little individual shelf, and it's like half the forms aren't getting released. They don't even care about merch for that show.
Dude, Mark, I'm not gonna lie. I've bought almost all the Saber Sotos available to me at this point.
They're so nice.
I really like them. They're actually pretty good.
Get yourself a can of this, Cloudy. It'll save you some time. Mr. Super Clear. Because those stickers will fall off. They'll peel off over time.
Okay. Even the premium ones?
Yeah, because there's a lot of stickers. And remember, Saber didn't get a lot of premiums. They only had
I know, it only got like a few towards the end because that's before they went like the premium route.
Yeah, and the premium one is just a premium release. It's not like a chart where they're actually premium versions of them.
But
I messed up on premium Bandai releases.
Ash has nothing to contribute when it comes to Gotchard.
Well, no.
So
I said, Ash, when's the last episode you finished watching? Because me and Ash both stopped watching that show.
All 3 of us did.
Yes. When did I start watching Gotchard? Probably like maybe after episode 4 as well. Like when my reviews stopped is when I kind of fell out.
4.
All right. I made it further. I stopped in the low 30s, but I was watching along the way.
I jumped in.
We're still going strong.
I jumped in after the movie because, like everyone said, after the movie's like season 2, and I watched a couple of episodes after that. Fell out again. I watched when the Dark Riders were showing up because people were hyping up that. Fell off again. Watched that one episode. Confused as fuck. Fell off again, and then yeah.
The show has no sense of direction. You think with a show that the main theme is arrows, they got no direction.
I made that joke a while ago.
I mean, it's definitely true now.
It's terrible. Oh god, it's true. But I don't. I would say like, I just want to circle this back to like Revice. I think Revice did its forms better because one, you kind of like just knew like what forms they'd be getting because it's just anniversary forms, right? You know what I mean? So. But the other thing is that after episode 17, they stopped with the new form nonsense.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They stopped after a while in Revice.
Yeah, like after we got Volcano, all over. And then it was just what was it, Jack?
Yeah, once they wrapped up that first arc of Revice, and they gave us like the collage of all the forms and all that crap going into like the giant, like jellyfish, like dome thing that they were attacking.
CGI.
The sombrero.
Giant clusterfuck. It's just like, oh man, okay, great, cool. We don't see these forms that much again. And now we do get a sprinkle of them from time to time, but it's not like
overwhelming.
Yeah, and I thought that was nice because it's like it gave you some cool ones. Some of them were pretty unique. I like how they didn't always use the base form of each rider; so they used other forms. It was good. But yeah, not this show. God no.
This show when it comes to its suit design, especially those early forms.
Can I also talk a little bit about now we got a bit about Grion? So the professor of the is like I'm a bit confused on that. The professor of the institute created Grion because he calls her mommy. which that's how I call my mom. So I was like, shit. Like, I was like, hold on a second. That's how I call my mom.
He calls her mommy, you say.
Yeah, so
There's only one person I called mommy.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
No,
The thing is, I took it the way that I was reading it. I took it to her name being mommy because it was spelled like Mami, which wouldn't be typical of like when subbers translate things. They wouldn't use like that way to pronounce mommy is like the way that we do in Spanish, say mommy.
Yeah.
So I was just like, if the subbers were trying to put that as mother,
because it would be mommy.
Yeah.
Okay. I got so confused when I was watching it. I was like, wait.
Yeah, so that's the reason why. I know some people like during the live stream were also thinking that, and I'm just like, when I was reading it, I'm like, no, that's her name. Like, what are you talking about?
All right.
Speaking of mommies,
great.
So that's special.
Which one?
The Tombo Oger and the Decker.
Oh, that was 2 weeks ago. Like,
I know.
I
haven't watched it.
Oh, the subs are the subs are out, my guy. Just
but I'm just saying that's special. That's something.
That's a thirsty ass special.
That's a good special. I'm just saying.
Oh, gosh,
that is one thirsty ass special. That's a thirst ass.
Oh yeah.
I watched it
again
2 weeks ago on Twitch. I was like, boy, finally.
Yep.
I'll find the time to watch it later.
It's only 17 minutes, so
it's like a full episode.
Okay.
But speaking of like other forums, you want to get into the Gavv stuff?
Well, first some boom boom jerk, real quick.
Oh, right.
Just some quick thoughts.
I liked this week's episode because
this week's episode was great.
Yeah, with the relationship between Bundi and then also Bundurio.
The Milky Way race.
I will say the one thing that I hate about that race was just how stiff their 3D models looked during the said race. That I was like, this looks bad. Like Bundurio legit. Well, more Bundi because Bundi looked stiff as fuck during the entire sequence, even like doing the dramatic jump off to take the shortcut. I'm just like, man, this feels stiff, but it's all right.
You even got Bundrio's fear of flying mentioned or something.
But it ain't Rainbow Road, so I don't care.
It ain't Rainbow. Oh, how does you feel about that? You ain't getting Rainbow Road no more.
Yeah, how is?
I mean, I'm personally all right with it.
Oh yeah, I'm happy about it too. I'm glad they cut it out because
I'm glad as well because it's good.
I feel like it actually didn't overstay its welcome, believe it or not. I think it ended at a pretty nice point.
The thing that I still
did get benched.
The thing that I still find weird about it is when they have like the transformation or docking sequences, they still transition to Rainbow Road.
Yeah,
like it's weird when he got the wing pack, all of a sudden, even though they were there on the field, he's in Rainbow Road getting the wings, and then it goes back to being the regular stage. I'm like, that's weird. That's a weird transition. Why would you do that?
Do you think they planned on using it more often, but then they realized we probably should?
I think so.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, couldn't they have just green screened the entire thing? Or did they make these effects well ahead of these episodes coming out that they were like, shit, it's too late to back out now?
I mean, it's not the worst thing. It's just minor.
It's not the worst thing. It's a really picky minor mistake, I guess.
Oh, but what'd you think? We didn't finally get an explanation of how Taya got his money, but we do know it's real money, and that shit holds some weight.
It was so funny. I was like, yo, shit, damn.
It's like, Taya, leave, because if this guy hits you, you're dead.
All the jokes regarding just like people's investments and like Sakito was broke because of course the Hashidians robbed them, but they still got dragged because Diesel had a savings account he didn't know about.
He's got a special egg.
He's got so hard at that.
Well, for Joe, it was because he spent all his money buying new gym equipment, and it's like, shit, all of your money?
Yeah,
all of your money. Damn. Priority.
I thought they're gonna do a joke of like Joe being strong, but no, it's more like, no, Joe, he just spent all his money.
Yep.
I'm just like I can see him training with the with the other two guys, the Yasunobu and that other guy. Yeah. I can see him training.
Oh, the muscle bros, the ab bros.
They gotta keep coming back.
Oh, that reminds me. You know what that just reminded me. Genbu didn't run away from the monster. That's interesting. Considering Genbu's the one who's like obsessed with, well, not obsessed, but his whole thing is making sure he gets his cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious. How
maybe
low
he's
is
sending.
this thing?
Maybe he's sending his money elsewhere.
Could be. I'm just curious because it's like it would have been a nice touch if they they referenced that.
It could be an allusion to things, especially if Chashiro doesn't know how Gemba spends his money. Obviously, Joe's like an open book.
Yeah.
But Gemba definitely has always kept that little bit of a like sneaky side to him. So of course he might be like tossing money somewhere where we don't know. Strip clubs.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the opening for this episode. And back to what's her name and Boonville, the whole romance thing, and no love triangle. No love triangle.
There is no love triangle,
Oh,
but Shirabe
I thought
is
you were
still
going to
mad jealous that Sakito is able to parade around with his not robot companion, and everybody just seems fine with it. Meanwhile, she's out here and not able to share that interspecies nookie in front of everybody.
She's like, I would be shamed because of my work. How dare you?
No, because I was about to talk about like the opening, like the music opening. Now they've added Sakito, but the ending they did him very bad.
I'm disappointed by both.
The ending.
Because I will say, like,
went minimal on that.
The opening, they didn't throw him into like the drop down that they have in the beginning and end, and I was like, great. I don't have to change that for my opening like videos for my YouTube videos now, so I'm good. Thank you on that, but at the same time, I was still a little bit disappointed that they didn't.
It wasn't in any of the group shots either.
Yeah, so they were still relying on a lot of the other group shots. Though the thing is, the gap at the end, like when they're all in the car, kind of looks like there's enough space to fit a potential other team member in the future. I'm just saying,
I can see that.
You can see the negative space over on the side, and I'm just like,
maybe
there's room for one more. There is room for one more.
I like the potential of it,
but
because it couldn't
ending credits.
Be like a robot.
Fuck the ending credits. They literally just threw this man in a bubble, just hovering around the entire time.
Yeah,
except for that one shot, and that's it.
It is definitely a worse way. Like, because at least Don Bros did it in a funny way, where they're upside down in the corner when they.
Yep.
But like this was just like felt a little lazy.
I was at least hoping that for the ending credits, when they're all in the car singing, it would pan to the top of the car, and it's just Sakito like hanging on to it.
That would be great.
That'd be funny.
Because it's like that's something they could literally just add in post without changing the original shot. It's just like, no, Sakito was on the roof the entire time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was actually highly disappointed that they didn't go far enough with the ending credits. They should have done more.
Speaking of ending, everyone's wishes except for Chashiro's. This is apparently confidential.
Yes, it's top secret information. Shirabe had like 6 wishes on hers.
Yeah, it was all Bondrio related though.
The thirstiest of thirst.
It was like, let's go to the movies together wearing matching T-shirts, something about carrot themed.
Shirabe was pouring like a fountain with how like just moist that entire like wish sheet was.
Yep. We got the BBG wishes, not to be confused with the BB anything else's wishes.
With the BB dubs, with the BBLs, you know.
Yes, or with the BBCs or anything. Like
everything else in between.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what was it?
But yeah, still funny episode. Enjoyed it. Good bit.
What's your
rating? Once I actually formally review it, we'll find out then.
Damn. But all right, fine.
No
Let's go like 1 to 10. How do you feel? Different than letter grade.
No, because that gives away the letter grade.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can still figure it out. If it's a 7, that's a C. You know, you can still figure it out.
Yeah,
fair. Well, no, a 7's not a C. 7's gonna be like a
7's not a C.
A 7 is a C. Do you not know the American grading system?
You think I'm American?
I didn't grow up here.
Yeah, so a 70 to 79 is a C. An 80 to 89 is a B.
You know what's funny?
A 90, you know, and above is an A with, you know, the perfect 100 being usually that A plus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not
these
our
kids,
system.
Zio, they don't know.
They don't.
90 to 100, 90 to 100 is the A plus, and then 80 to 90 is the A.
Yeah.
So that's
and usually F is anything that's like 50 and below.
See, there's the thing.
In some grade scales, sometimes it's actually
50 is
60 and below.
passing most of the
Somebody
time.
it's 59 and below usually. In some instances, depends.
Really?
Yeah.
50
60 is like a
passing in
D
most other
minus.
countries.
All right.
Oof.
I don't get that. That's so weird.
Okay, so new poster that looks more like the
Hey.
traditional,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Let's
Kamen Rider
go.
poster.
Been seeing that floating around, and I hate what they did with the arms. I'm not gonna lie.
But what about the
I
feet?
hate how the chocolate dude does not look like that in the full released image.
Yeah,
'cause they
I
made
was
him
just
red
like,
again.
wait,
Okay,
is he
yeah,
red?
I'm so confused.
No,
he's
he's
not.
brown. He's brown.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you
I
know,
was so
Marshmallow
confused.
be looking like an Arctic burr up here, but nah,
Yeah.
he's just white.
Yeah, and the actual one, he's white. So I'm
The-
just like, hold on a sec. Wait, what is this? It's contradicting
Also,
here.
the gumball is like a full-on like mech power armor suit.
Yeah, it's like a lollipop too, because you can see the stick
Yeah.
coming out of the. I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah.
I love
My
that.
bad.
Yeah,
form. I love
so
mechas. Look at
so
that. Mm.
yep. So these are the new forms that we got in here. So let's quickly talk some forms. What do we think about the chocolate one here?
My favorite.
Give
so
me the
far.
memorial of that gun. I need a memorial edition of
That-
that
That's
chocolate.
easily
unwrapped
like
gun.
my. I think no, that's my second favorite of all of these.
The
Okay, now
melted
I'm looking
poncho
at it.
look and all that
No.
stuff, like it.
That's
the
good.
style aesthetics. I'm just like, okay, this is working for me.
That do
Okay,
work.
I might be hating all of the forms because I liked it when it was red, but then now when it's brown, I feel like that made it worse.
I get
Wow.
it.
What
So
kind
it
of red
wouldn't really make
chocolate are
sense.
you
for the
eating? What kind of
the
chocolate are you
can't
eating
be
that's
red.
red?
Don't you dare say red velvet. I
I was setting it up.
would jump over this screen right now. I will leap over Ash right now.
Now, I think someone on
Yeah,
Discord
but,
server did point out that his gun does look like a cardboard cutout because it's so fucking thin. It legit is just a bar of chocolate. It's not that inspiring.
It's too
We're
flat
in
and it's too
recession. The
long.
chocolate can't be thick.
Sorry, it's too like
A
lengthy
Toblerone.
and, like the height.
It could have
bar.
been a Toblerone, Mark.
No, the
That's true,
Toblerone
true.
would be
How
the
many people
sword.
know about that though? How many
I
people
do.
know about that chocolate?
I know what
Everyone
Toblerone is.
doesn't
Besides
everyone
us.
know about
Besides
Toblerone?
us.
I feel like
I
everyone
know
knows
No,
about
we
Toblerone.
don't.
Yeah, I feel like Toblerone.
It's popular enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's popular enough, but it's usually too expensive. Like it's too rich for most people's
Yeah.
bloods because they're
Yeah.
like, this. I'm intrigued to buy this box that it comes in.
This
But I look at
Chinese
this price
beer.
tag and I'm like, I don't know if I want to invest in said chocolate.
Can we talk about the base form?
I used
for
to
a second?
pretend it was
'Cause
a
I
Zeo
don't
crystal
like
when
the
I was a
blue
kid.
on it. I don't know why.
We can go back to the base form after we talk about these new forms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that chocolate. Look at that. That's good. I mean, the
Uh,
shins
Yeah,
seem kind of weird,
no.
but you know what? I'm okay with that.
There's also a bit of a bulge on this suit.
Oh yeah, he definitely out here
Oh,
packing
yeah.
heat.
No.
You
So
do not
my
have
thing
the
is, we have a
dancing filter on that
chocolate form. We have a marshmallow form. If we get a graham cracker, are we gonna get a mid-season
Power
s'mores
up.
form?
That's a fusion. I would like that.
Well, the thing is, since I mentioned last week that the rumor going around is that the secondary writer is going to use chocolate as their base form, then maybe the third writer could be using graham crackers as their base form.
Or the potato chip one.
Oh,
Oh no! What?
no
You don't
potato
put-
chip.
You
I
don't put
remember
potato
that-
chip between marshmallows and chocolate? What's wrong with you?
I
Some
know.
people do actually, Zio. I know that
No,
people
I'm
do
just
that. People
saying,
do
like,
that. They add they
I
like
don't
the
trust those
saltiness.
people. I don't trust those people, honestly.
I feel like
I don't do that.
stylistically, this
It's
is
not-
the best suit out
I'm
of
not
all
saying
of
that
them.
I do that. I'm just saying that based on like the forms and how we have chocolate, potato chip, like marshmallow, and lollipop, the main like the tertiary rider could be main form potato chip. That's what I was trying to say. I'm not saying like with the s'mores thing.
I hope it's condiments, ketchup,
Yeah.
mustard, relish,
So what would
mayo.
you guys
Like,
get?
I
No,
hope it's
so
condiments.
many squirt jokes going out of that one.
Exactly.
good?
Especially
Are
if
we-
they become horseradish.
Wait,
Are
Ash,
we
what do you
gonna
think of
have
this suit?
Juju burger again? Like I have to
Is
mention
someone in
XA,
there?
but we're having Juju burger.
Yeah. What do you think of this suit, Ash? Because I haven't heard your opinion.
I haven't seen the brown. I haven't seen the
100%.
brown. I've just seen the red. Yeah. But I like it. I'm not that rider encyclopedia, but it's just like the first like brown rider we've gotten with that sort of like color
I
scheme.
don't know how to answer that.
No, we've gotten other brown suits. All right, we've had other brown suits.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Suits.
say. We have other
Suits.
suits.
Let me
We should've
be very
worded-
specific. about it.
I
Calm
should've
down.
worded that
Suits.
properly.
Well, didn't we have one in Saber?
Yes, we did. I think. Right.
And also in Gaim.
Yeah, we had
yeah,
some Ghost as well. There was a Jesus Christ, dude. What other brown suits were there?
No, there weren't any in Saber. Like the little fodder dudes were, but
But I don't know. I feel like the melted what do you call it? Poncho, really good, really good idea.
Yeah,
no,
that's
like
what
that.
sold me on it. Was just like that's a design aesthetic I wouldn't have put together if you were told me that he's chocolate based writer.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the cowboy theme to it as well. It's nice. It's
The
the only
helmet's
thing that's
great.
disappointing is the weapon. That's it.
Well, wait till we see the show.
I think his sombrero's too small.
That looks so thin. That gun looks so thin.
This sombrero could have been
and
bigger.
tall. It could have.
Yeah, but don't forget they used the white outer glow from Photoshop on the image too. So I mean, we don't know until we see it in the show. Could be cooler.
It's like it gives me a weird mix of like sombrero and cowboy hat.
I'm saying,
looking at the poster
like,
again, it's just like it should have been. That red looks sexy on it.
That red
I
does
know
look
exactly.
great,
That's
but
what I meant.
But there's no red chocolate like that or red candy.
Red velvet.
Red velvet.
I swear to freaking Christ Almighty, we're done.
Good?
Oh my gosh,
that looks so much better compared to the brown. Like the brown.
I don't know, the brown kind of.
I like the brown though.
Red
It's
a lot,
grown
though,
on me.
so-
It's grown on me. This is
Plus, I like
the
the
fudge,
sheen
dark
on the
chocolate.
poncho because it really
Wait,
sells the melted.
I know
chocolate
why me
itself.
and Mark like this. Hey, Mark, you remember the other brown cowboy suit that exists in Ghosts? Yeah. Yeah. That's
core memory unlocked.
Honestly,
Oh,
just
yeah.
the leg pieces are like my biggest disappointment here. Is
I don't like the boots either.
So
Like, so
weird.
my thing is, I'm thinking like toy standpoint. So if I got a candy toy of this, I'm gonna have to put stickers on the boots, and already I'm like, I hate it.
I feel like the knees should have been the brown instead of the.
they should have, yeah.
Because like it's like an oddity of like white. It's a little too much, you know what I mean? Because the feet are also white, and I don't think like they break it up like enough. Because it should be a little more brown in the middle.
I want to see it in the show because I don't know if that's supposed to be like a silver or an actual white. Because they have to, because the white outer glow on the image, like because they did a PNG file and put a
The thing
outer
is,
glow on
it
kinda
looks like it's a
Is
silver.
it red or brown?
Looking at the
That's-
posters, like it really does look like it's a silver,
silver.
sheen.
It is. Well, one, it's definitely brown. It's definitely a brown suit. But like, I get
Really?
it. It's in the red. Like, I know why they. It's like in the
Because
red.
or else it would be the same color as the belt is. Come
exactly.
But I feel like
And
that
it's-
aesthetically would be better, like since it would match the belt.
But it doesn't match the theme.
That's too
Chocolate is brown.
Gavv doesn't match the belt.
Yeah.
So it's like
Also,
Nothing matches the belt.
God, that stupid candy corn. Fucking.
it is candy corn.
That's why I hate.
That's not even candy. Let's be real. Okay.
Candy
All
corn
right,
sucks.
so-
Do you know
so-
anyone who eats candy corn?
So letter grade on the form, Ash. What do you think?
I want to say like maybe solid B for now. I want to see it in motion with proper lighting, but I like it. I miss
Nexus,
the red. I miss the red, but the brown looks
Nexus.
good.
Let me see you
See?
hate.
C or even to a
C
D
for
plus.
chocolate.
You will
Nice.
definitely see more of it in the show.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
Mark, where you at?
A minus probably. That's gonna be tough to beat. That's a top Reiwa suit right there.
Oh yeah. In general, I like this suit a lot.
I'm gonna be
That doesn't-
very harsh.
Better
All
than
right,
most
Cloudy,
of these.
what's that one? What's that?
All
rating?
right, so might be controversial, but that is like an A suit for me. Definitely, like I would say mid A right now. But if I see it in motion, this might be an S if it has like good combat to it. I would
Oh, for S.
I
Can you imagine?
I
don't
hover
wanna-
around
because
a B plus A minus when it comes.
I
to
only
this.
say that because it only has like room, for, in my opinion, to improve in combat. You know what I mean? Because the combat for the suit might be really
Yeah.
good.
If the poncho isn't too thick and actually flows a little bit with it, because I feel like that whole chocolate bar, that's like that's not moving.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's gonna stay like in an A. Might even go down to a B depending on how often it's used, or if this is just like a they use it to shoot and then there's like a weak finisher and doesn't actually like punch or kick and stuff. But yeah,
I'm guessing it's not
If the
going to be a
chocolate-
shooting finisher.
If the
Well,
chocolate
yeah,
doesn't land on his
no
shoulders,
shit.
then it melts down
Yeah.
into the poncho during the henshin, I'll be mad.
but I'm saying like if it's only like shooting, there's no like proper like choreography to it. It's just like boom, boom, bang. That's it. Yeah, it would probably. Go down.
All right.
Gross.
Robot lollipop.
Oh god.
It has two faces.
Am I going to be the one that
Because
hates all of these forms?
It does
Oh.
have two faces. Look, compared to what Gottschalk provided us, this is the gospel. This
I'm
is
not
the
gonna
Lord and
lie.
Savior.
He's right. This compared to Gottschalk tier, this is not Gottschalk tier. But I'm gonna have to give this like. Oh wait, I don't want to give it a letter grade yet. I guess let's break it down.
Yeah, so for me, like the biggest downgrade is probably the helmet. Like
It
I
looks
do
like a
not
toilet.
like the lollipop right there on there. I'm like, you guys could have done a little bit different than that. You guys could have done like a blow pop or something like that than this.
I
This
don't
is
like
Those
how.
are the jokes we're making if they did a blow pop deal. The memes.
Oh my god.
Absolutely, especially with that mouth on that belt, boy.
I'd bring the owl back. I'd bring the owl back from those old commercials. And
How
all
many
right,
licks does
you're
it take
gonna
to get
need
to
you-
the center of Gavv?
Am I the only
need an
one who like
assist from him?
thinks of this and looks at and it's like the chest plus like the little back piece reminds me of a toilet?
I don't see it. I just think of
Your
X8.
toilet has eyes?
Yeah, I'm thinking of the X8
It's
level
like this
99.
general
Who's,
shape.
who's watching you in your private time?
No one. No one
Is your
is
toilet watching you?
No, sadly.
But I feel
don't have
like
a bidet.
X8 level 99 is better than this. Like,
Oh, actually, 99 is leagues better than this. I'm just saying.
yeah.
But on the positive, let's go for positive.
Look,
I like the color.
it matches the belt better.
I like the
Color
coloration.
scheme's
It's nice.
good. I like the
The
color
lolly-
scheme.
I can't
That's
wait for
all I could say.
Are disgusting.
I can't wait for this to show up, and then they kit bash it later on in the season.
Why does it have bow tie feet lollipop? Is my question.
That's the only downside that I hate about it. Is
Yeah.
I like the punchy arms. I like the big bulkiness of it. It's kind of cool, unique. It's very asymmetrical.
Does it look like in the poster? Yeah, it looks like it got a small ass head in the poster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's like the scene at the end of Beetlejuice when he stole the other numbers and they shrunk his head, and it's
Are we gonna call
proportionately
this
weird.
the mighty suit?
And the thing is, it's like looking at the arms better on here. They look like they're peppermints, not really lollipops.
That's what I said in my video. I was like, they look
Yeah,
like those,
oh,
those
okay.
Yeah.
old lady
Lolly-
candies.
Those exist.
Now you say
I think
it,
it's just
now I
hard
can see that.
candies. Because
Probably
even the
yeah.
little gimmick dude in there looks like a freaking peppermint swirl.
True. I guess this might be the
I mean,
hard.
from this
form.
image, I thought it was like one of those Cadbury eggs because it just.
Well,
looked
you
a
can
little
see it
bit-
in
Oh,
the-
it could be. A
If you go back to the
job,
previous image, you can see it clearly. It's just like
Yeah.
it looks just like one. So I was like, oh, it's not. That was that a lollipop? Other than the stick coming out of the helmet.
I'm thinking jawbreaker. I don't know.
Jawbreakers are like golf balls.
Yep.
Like they're
Especially if you got like them big old ones that we had
Oh.
like back. Yeah.
Oh.
Took days to get through, and then you got that that gum in the middle.
I feel like I'll like this. It's probably not gonna have some good articulation, but I would like to see this thing fight. It looks interesting.
Well, considering
think
that I feel like it shoots beams out of its knees, like
Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, those are
Look at
also
just-
lollipops because of the connectors. Yeah.
Yeah, the sticks.
Yeah.
This is gonna be
Now,
such a
if-
memeable season.
if he had like guns that came out of his elbows, then he'd be like Big Guy from Big Guy and Rusty the Boy Robot. Be awful.
What if he has rocket fists that just fly out, like detach and fly out and come back? You know,
We haven't seen
I'd
a
be down
rocket
for that.
fist since 01, I
What-
think, right?
Yeah, I was just like, hold on, Rocket Fist. That is 01, isn't it?
That was the last time.
I would not put it past them to
remember
reuse assets. They've done that before.
Would be nice. I could see it. The
Like,
helmet
this guy-
is the second weakest part for me.
Like this guy, he's supposed to be turned into the ATV for, like that's what's
what?
been said in the rumors. That
I mean,
he's
I
supposed to
can
be
see that
turned
being the rider
into
machine.
this bike.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the rider machine. So I can
Oh.
see that, and I feel like I would like if he does turn into the rider machine. I feel like that to me would be better than this current form that he is.
Oh,
In
so
my
you
opinion.
can barely see him again? Okay, because that's usually how it
No,
goes with
no,
rider
no,
machines
no.
nowadays. Look
So,
at
yeah,
Gold
you-
Dash. We were hyped for Gold
Right.
Dash, and now look at him.
Well, he used the gold.
Can't
dash,
look at
but
him because he's
he-
nowhere.
He used them in the beginning, and then he stopped.
And
Unless
he's
he's
gonna be
immediately
he's
stopped.
gonna be a repainted Gold Dash in the movie. So
What? No.
yeah,
God no. Ooh.
Yeah, another
Just
movie no one's gonna
repainted
see
in
until
the movie.
December and
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
watch.
Ugh.
All right, so letter grade, Ash. How you feeling on this guy?
I want to say A.
Wow.
Man
Jeez.
culture right there.
Loving
Good
it.
job, Ash.
okay.
Wow.
All right, Nexus, give me that F.
C plus.
C plus? You like this more than the chocolate? Damn.
How do you,
Maybe like
What? What? I'm
It's
not
not red
questioning your
chocolate.
okay,
taste.
or I put them on, or I give them a like both a C. Like they're both.
You think
on par,
these suits are equivalent?
in my opinion, yeah.
Oh.
I'm giving the really outrageous takes because I like out of all these forms, I really don't like any of them.
like I know we're supposed to be like debating bad takes later on, but shit already. Jesus. Okay.
I know. I was like, we're starting that part.
We'll
early.
circle back to this. We'll circle back.
Yeah, we'll keep that as another.
Yeah,
secret
but
bad
yeah,
take
I
later
have
on.
those hot. I have those hot takes that like, yeah, it's. I just don't like it. I just really don't like any of these forms. Maybe the other ones when we talk about it, but yeah, just.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, Mark.
All right, so I love mecha forms in Kamen Rider.
As you
no
should.
secret. So just like with Ash, I'm gonna go a little bit higher. I'm gonna say S. I'm gonna say this is S tier
Ooh.
Ooh.
for just sweet candy form. Is that the bows are what throwing me off? I almost dropped it down just because the bows on the feet.
The bows on the
no,
feet look
no.
so weird.
I don't even
Mhm.
care. I don't even care because you know what? Like
You're not even gonna
crunchy,
see them. You're not gonna
big.
think about it.
Nah, I'm not even gonna see it. It's just something about like all the colors on this form because we haven't had a good colorful form that doesn't suck.
Yeah. It only
So-
matches with the belt too, which is funny.
Yeah, like I didn't even notice
Yeah,
the belt
it
there
only
when I
does.
realized it. It's just it's good.
Okay. Cloudy.
Originally I was like convinced that this was gonna be like a low C tier for me, but honestly, after talking with Mark and like the more I look at this suit, this is like an A minus for me, and it's like, what? No, B plus. I gotta give it a B plus, only because the bows on the feet and the helmet. I really don't like the helmet. I don't like the thing sticking out of the side, and I don't like how the
well,
helmet.
slap up.
Yeah, I also don't like how
Also,
it's just
everyone-
a perfect circle, like just.
I know everyone in chat saying it's wrapped candies. That is a thing, but like, let's face it. You look right at it. What does it look like? A bow. What a wrapped candy is supposed to look
Yeah.
like?
A
Bows.
bow.
Above. Yeah.
It looks like bow tie macaroni.
Yeah, I know what it. I know we all know it's gonna be like. It's like a you open it up, you gotta get the chocolate or whatever the fuck's inside of
I'm
it. to
thinking
come
of
off.
Eggman's mustache from Sonic. On
Oh,
his,
yeah, that's a close
feet.
one.
Oh yeah.
Can never
But-
unsee now.
I'm gonna give this a B, only because there are better suits, at least that I've seen. I like the chocolate one for sure more, but this isn't bad. This isn't. I would say this isn't horrible. Oh wait,
Just
what is
talk
the
yourself down from an A minus to a B.
No, I said like A minus B plus area. That's where.
So
it could
I
be
am
A
going to
minus.
end up
We'll round
giving
up.
this one a C, and it's only because the feet and the head.
Yeah,
Take
the Zeus
those
is
two
what I
out of-
mean. Like,
Take
Yeah.
those two out of the equation, and if I'm just looking at like the body portion of it, it jumps up to like an A, but the head and the feet like drop it down for me.
This will definitely be a suit that looks better in motion, though.
Yeah, I
100%
can.
say.
I think I would have brought it to B, but like I need to look at this in motion.
I
Almost all
still
these forms
can't
just
hear you
need
say
a
that when
motion.
the chocolate suit's like in the next one over. Like,
Okay.
All right,
I'm gonna
moving on.
get slander on the chat.
This-
I've already been getting slandered.
This is my favorite suit
No.
thus far. This is my
Oh,
favorite
God.
form.
he looks like a
Showcase
snowman, like he's wearing a puffer jacket too.
This is
ready to pop.
so off the cuff. Like I was not expecting some shit like this. Reminds me of the Stay Puft
This is
Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
Like yes,
That's my favorite thing was at Tokudon Kaiju Carl said they called him the Stay Buffed Marshmallow
Oh, yeah.
Man, and I was like it's stuck in my head now, and I'm like that is so
That is
I already
good.
told them I'm stealing it, so that's what I'm.
My only problem is it's so bright. It just feels a little bright. You know what I mean?
Like if you go back to
it's
the
the outer
image,
glow
it's supposed
on
to
the
be
image,
blue,
too.
not white.
it's
I
not
know.
supposed to be
That was
blue.
such a-
That's just
blue.
Photoshopery, like
Yeah.
color
You
correction.
take that out of your mind. Take that out of your mind.
Why
Wait,
would it
so
be blue?
it's supposed to be this. It's supposed to be white, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a marshmallow. Marshmallows are white, typically speaking, unless you're talking about like.
God.
Which
Okay,
I
that's
can't wait
moved
to
my
see the
ranking.
roasted version of him. Like I want him to go like Agito burning. He gets the flames, and you just see the charred bits on the marshmallow.
No, we
That would
need
be-
the s'mores forms, yo.
he
That's
gets more
s'mores
defense
forms.
on it, and he gets
Yeah.
fire punches.
This is definitely, this
Loving
is the boxing suit for sure. So this is. I'm curious though. We got like this punching suit, and then we got then the big boy on the other side. So it's like,
Now, this is a suit that probably after they're done with the show, we're never going to see it again because it's going to age terribly. It's going to decay in the back room because this
it's
thing
all white.
and
It's
not only
bad.
that, but it's fluffy. Like that kind of material just doesn't last long in whatever terrible conditions Toei leaves their suits in the back room.
The helmet is really good on this suit, I must say.
Yeah, that's
the
the
only
only thing I
Helmet's
like.
amazing on it.
The helmet is actually very good. I can actually, because the thing is, you can see the detail in the helmet, even though it's all white.
Yeah, you could see the ridges of the marshmallow on here. Like that's good.
Yes, I know it looks blue.
Not only that, but look at his little dude over here.
It's
This
like
is the coolest dude.
That looks like Yokai Watch to me, and that just
Full Malo out here. The goat.
Constantly in my video.
Yokai Watch vibes.
Oh
The
god.
belt has Yokai Watch vibes. The gimmick right here does also. There's a lot where you can make the parallel to Yokai.
If there's anything that's gonna sell me on this belt, it's this little guy right here.
That's a cute guy. That is a cute little thing. Plus, he's got the
Just
smiley
angry.
face, and then when he opens up, he's like,
Yep.
He's like starting to punch.
He's like, I'm gonna punch.
So
I like this. I like it a lot. Plus, it looks like he's wearing like a weighted vest kind of thing for like the chest piece.
Oh yeah, definitely. I also get like polar bear vibes as well thrown in there as well a little bit.
Yeah, and I like how
The
you can
North
see like
Face
multiple things in there. You know what I mean?
Jacket. The helmet I like a lot though.
Yes.
It kind of reminds me of Jason X.
So this might be an interesting thing, but all these suits so far, I still think are better than the base suit.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single one of these that is worse than the base suit.
I mean, the base suit has grown on me more, but
The base suit
more
has
on that
started to grow on
in-
me.
We'll get
in a
on that
bit.
later.
So, Ash, give me that letter grade.
Now that I've seen it white, because I've only seen the blue Photoshop one, so I'm seeing these in the correct color codings for the first time. I want to say S.
My man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I might have to remake the video. Like, I might have to make the video again talking about these forms now that I've seen them in like full body reveals.
Next is give me that bad take.
Okay, if it was the blue, like that I
No.
saw on the poster-
We're talking
Next
about the
is
white
no
one.
hypotheticals. What it is right now. What it is.
No, can I say what my review would have been if it was the blue? If it was
Sure,
the blue, then it would.
Sure, because you
if
make
it-
so much content.
No, I don't. Okay, if it was the blue, then I would have given it a
MCL.
B. I would have given it a B because that to me looked really cool with
B for
the
blue.
blue coloration.
Mhm.
But then
B for blue.
now
C
with
for
this
chocolate.
white, I the only thing I like about it is the helmets. So that's why I'm giving it an F because I only like the helmets.
With an F?
That's it.
F with,
I would
with
like-
an F? Oh my god.
Nope.
I think we need.
Nope.
I was about to say. I was like, we should do a vote like, off the island.
Mark, I'm just to make it Zio's job a little easier. So you and I are on board. This is an S, right?
Oh, 100%. This is an S tier.
This is
Like-
easily.
Oh
an
yeah,
S.
S
This
tier.
clears.
Yeah, okay.
This clears 90% of the Gachard
Can I-
forms.
can I
This
get
clears
someone-
most of
can I-
Geet's forms.
Yeah, no, you got the worst take out of everybody going on. I think
I-
even
I
I think
deeply
there
apologize.
needs to be someone that says that it's bad. Like
No,
it can't be
Because
it's not.
always.
I won't lie to
Chat.
chat and tell them it's enough.
you're free to explain your opinions. What do you think?
Yeah,
let's
chat,
hear
yeah,
chat.
like,
let me
how do you
hear
feel about-
someone in chat.
Hi.
I need someone to tell me.
Mhm.
Listen, I would promote someone be
see,
negative.
I got someone that agrees with me. See,
That's
Jeez
Mega. Mega doesn't
Louise,
count.
come on.
yeah, Mega Dog don't count.
Wait,
What do you mean?
Megadong. I like Megadong though. Why does he have such a bad take?
Zen even says that this is perfect. It's like, yes, it is.
S,
Oh my
S,
God.
yes,
Yeah,
more
it's
S's.
here. Look at that.
Guys, please feel free to disagree though. Like, if that's your honest opinion.
It's
But
so
great.
unconventional and it breaks the norms of like a form that you would expect from like writer or just Toku in general to the point that I'm just like, this is why this is good. This feels revolutionary.
I just like how the muscle suit is
Mm.
like based off of the fluffy material. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, but as Zio said, it's going to deteriorate in the storeroom. So
Megadong. This is not about. It
That's
should
after
have
the
been
show's
blue.
over, so
It's
I
not
don't
about
care.
the blue.
Also, I think
I-
the undersuit for like the chest is that just white. I guess they went into full body suit for the the buffness of
Well,
it.
the arms you could still see kind of
You
like
can see the silver and the black,
in
yeah.
the arm near the shoulders. So I don't know if it's just the
for
lower
the chest to
torso, just
buff
have
it
it
up.
connected to it.
Oh, maybe it's like puffed up. Like maybe it covers up the lower torso as well.
Look at that.
Mm.
Everyone agrees this form is like peak.
Well, except for one. We have
I have one
Well,
person,
Mega doesn't
so
we
count.
have
to me
Mega
that's
doesn't
four
count.
already good.
S's and one F. And I'm not gonna lie, I like the fact that at least someone disagrees with us because yeah, it's good to see someone else who has a different take.
Yeah,
And
because I have a different opinion as well. So
I'm not gonna lie, if this was blue, it'd be worse for me. If
It
this is
would.
blue, I would.
Because
Because
I
then
would
it wouldn't
not
match
like
with the theme. Like it wouldn't match.
No.
I don't know about you, but I don't eat blue marshmallows. At least back when I used to eat
If it was
marshmallows.
cotton candy and it was
Maybe.
that color blue,
Yes,
perfect.
that would
Yeah,
make sense.
yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
mm.
But I would say like what? So the suit gets a total average of like what? A minus.
No,
Well,
because I,
F really
think that,
offsets it.
I think like our like 4
That's
S's
literally
to the
polar
1
op-
F. Like
It's like polar
Gives
opposite.
it drops it
gives
down
it
to
an
like
S.
an A plus.
Okay, so other than the
Yeah.
potential color of it, this should have been blue. What else do you not like about the suit? Because the helmet is good, and what makes this worse than the other two things we have seen?
Yes, like compare these
I
three
don't
and tell me
know.
why this is the worst one in the
It looks
bunch.
so okay. Like the legs look really exposed. Like the
Oh my
from the
god, I
belt
just
to
really,
the
I really
area,
want to see
The legs
looks
look really
really
exposed.
exposed.
Do you not see chocolate form with barely a piece of chocolate on that bitch?
But I feel like that's better because it's much more simple. Because since the top is not as like buffed up as compared to the bottom, but then for here it's much more obvious.
I'm gonna need another drink.
I'm
don't
sorry.
even- I
That's
don't
how
need one
Zio,
too.
have that
I'm
drink.
sorry. That's how I see it.
Damn, marshmallows again lose out to the chocolate. Damn.
Like, I don't know. It's just. I
was
don't
gonna
know.
say,
It's just.
We're gonna
that's
be
how I
eating good when
see
they
it.
combine these two forms together.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to see that
No,
now. I want to see them
probably
combine with like the graham
I'm telling you, the
cracker.
graham cracker.
Yeah, give us that
Oh.
s'mores one.
What if the
Although
graham
if-
cracker is an attachment to the driver that you can
Ooh.
use two different gimmicks?
You think like mid-season
It-
power up?
They're gonna do mouthful
Yeah.
mode for Kirby, and it's just like just stuff them all in there.
Yeah.
All right, well we
Yeah.
got one more form to go through.
Man, that's mid-ass form.
This is my least favorite one in the bunch. Like,
Okay,
I like the sword. I like the sword.
look at how cardboard thin it is as well.
so I
Yeah,
want
it
to
looks like
explain.
crumpled up
I
bags
liked
for
it
the hand
originally when I
held.
thought this was like honey themed. I thought this was bee honey.
Thank God I'm not the only
Yeah,
one who
no,
thought
no,
it was, 'cause the
but then
eyes.
but then you realize it's sponsored by Pringles.
Yeah, and then I realized, oh, wait, that's not honeycombs. Those, that's not the honey wand. Those are potato chips. Because
Yes.
if we go back to that image we see previously, like the big one where you just see this in the yellow, I
Yeah,
like what I'm seeing.
I
That,
like that.
Yeah,
that is-
it looks like a
that.
bee.
it looks like a
Those are
bee.
like Honey
I'm
Crisps
in.
or
I
something.
now see the potato chips in there, and now I'm even angrier. But let's not talk about that. It looks
just like
really
out
good
of-
there.
I do like that out of all the chips they could have picked, they choose Pringles because they're. I guess it's a uniform chip design, so
Yeah.
They brought the bulge back. Yes.
Honestly, I like the helmet though, and I like the swords, even though they're thin,
Yeah.
just because of the crumpled up bag as the hilt. I think that's great. Like the chips are spilling out and they make the sword. But I mean, the shins are like everything else, like about it, like the shoulders. Those look like they're flimsy.
The
I would have
shoulders
rather
look
this
like
been
they're
like
barely attached. Like they're not even.
this could have been something for honey, like one of those like honey candies or like honey crisps. Like this could have been anything, and it's like Pringles. And
pure honey, like just honeycombs. I would have
Yep.
like that seemed like it would have
Yeah.
been
we
great.
could have got Takis instead. Okay.
I don't know. Do the
flavor-
Japanese fuck with
zesty
Takis?
pickle Doritos.
I don't think
I
so
mean,
because
they
it's spicy.
Takis
They
are
don't really.
delicious.
The
It could have
Japanese
been
don't really
shrimp
fuck with
chips then.
spice, you know what I'm saying?
Could have been shrimp chips. Okay.
Mm.
Could have been.
The
zesty
weapons
pickle
feel like the
Doritos.
weakest part of the show so far, though,
So
because
this
they
is the
legit
f-
just look like cardboard props.
This is
Like
the
I'm
first,
not buying
like-
the toys for any of these like
No,
weapons.
this is like the first non-sweet themed form we've gotten, and boy,
Savory.
you could tell they really don't
Yeah.
like their savory snacks.
And it's not called chips either. It's snacks. So we got like the chocolate, we got marshmallow, we have the
The
hard
lollipop.
candy one, and then we got poppin' gummy, and then this one's called snack. So I'm like, All right, so they're not
Okay.
going to get specific like chips, hot dog. Like I don't think they're going to get different genres of like food.
Snacks, I guess.
Because this is very widespread. Just saying snacks. Like, how's that the snack form? What some people eat other things. For
The weapon
snacks
I
other than
like.
chips.
I like the idea of the weapon. The weapon
Could have been popcorn.
The weapon's kind of cool.
Oh,
The
imagine
chest,
popcorn with, like, a
I like the
popcorn gun.
chest. The vest is nice. The
I will
helmet.
say the first time I saw this guy, I thought it was a popcorn bucket, but then it was
Same.
chocolate.
But then I
Right,
saw
yeah.
like the other suit, and then it's
The
like, no, that's
choco.
clearly chocolate. It's got the chocolate underneath. I'm not
I
even
mean,
gonna lie.
like-
That thing looked like a bee too. It looked like a bee.
No, the eyes, I get it. The eyes look like a bee.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just like, and then to see this, and then it looked okay here, and then now I see what it's supposed to be, and I'm like,
The thing is, I saw this before I saw the poster, so I was just like, "Ooh, it looks
Ah.
bad," and it's like, "What happened? Why
Why
does
is it
it look
red?
good?" Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
it's like from this angle, it looks like it could be the best form in the show. But
that's
then
what I
you
thought
see this.
originally, and then I see that.
This is what happened. What?
Yeah.
Oh no! What happened?
See, I thought it was gonna be like sleek, like the bee from like Kabuto, and then kind of cool because I love the bee. Like the bee's probably one of the better suits from that show. This stuff. No,
This
I'm-
could have been
I'm
the
not-
honey graham cracker form for our trio for s'mores.
It
Yeah.
could have been. It could have been the
Mm.
snack food for it.
But this is just this is the snack food for it. It's just snacks.
I know. It's just like as opposed to just chips. And
Yeah.
they could have done a variety of chips. Like, I don't get why over here, like, for this guy, we got a variety of different style of lollipops and hard candies. But for snacks, we just get
It's
chips.
just Pringles. It is just Pringles.
Well, the eyes are like, I guess, crisp.
Ruffles
Like
and
Those are
chips.
your ruffles, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought those were just like stacked Pringles.
No.
It could be
I
as
think
well,
when
but
Yeah.
I like the bag of chips like being like crushed open because I get that. That's kind of cool. And it
I think
becomes
that's
a
where they
sword.
were going at. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Should've
It's
just been a potato
it's
spread.
nice. It's nice theme, and I'm not gonna lie. That theming kind of saves it a little bit for me. Like I'm not gonna throw this all the way down there. But fuck.
I see if they just call it chips instead of snacks, because now I'm like, you kind of like now
What
there
about
can't be any
other
other forms that
snacks?
are snacks. Like, I
Where's
mean,
our Cheeto suit?
yeah, like there's
Well,
so
I
like,
haven't-
and then I'm like, well, what other kind of food can we get? Like hot dogs? Can I get like French fries? Like, are we gonna get like a ramen form? Like, I'm like, how deep down this food, my food?
Oh,
pyramid
where's
are
our
we getting
udon
into?
crossover with the Dom Bros?
you know 7-Eleven is going to love Gavv as a season.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
They're
Yeah.
going to get those sponsorships out the ass.
Oh yeah. My thing
uh,
is, what branded snacks do you think we're gonna see? Oh, there goes Nexus.
We ain't gonna
My
see no
next
real
is-
brands. It's Toei.
Oh,
Really?
just
This is
had me-
clearly
her
Pringles.
PC crashed.
I feel like you can get away with it in Japan with that sponsor stuff. Depending, it's not like America where they have to make up fake names. But
Yeah,
if this is a potato chip one, we can use the classic meme, taking it back 20 plus years ago, is I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
Oh my god, this is the light dog.
Catchphrase be once
I
you
need to-
pop, you can't stop, like the Pringles commercial from back in the day as well.
Yeah. Or,
I swear to
or-
God,
or
if they do a
correct.
cookie form, I'm getting DMCA strike like crazy because I'm using Cookie Monster.
I thought you were gonna
No,
get Chips
I don't
Ahoy
even
cookies.
care. I'll be like, listen, Time Warner.
Wait,
I'm at
which
me.
cookie
I'm
do you
using
think we're
Cookie
gonna get?
Monster, so-
Oreos?
You mean you're
or
not
Chips
going to pull
Ahoy?
a Cookie Crisp?
Wait,
no, because that's
Mark,
if we get cereal.
Oreos or Chips Ahoy? What do you think?
Oh,
What do you think which one we're gonna get?
I would think Oreos are more universally known
Yeah.
than Chips Ahoy.
yeah,
True,
'cause
but,
Chips
like,
Ahoy
which
is
one
I like
and,
Oreos.
and
I
also, I
like
like
Oreos.
Keebler stuff more than Chips Ahoy. Anyways, I like the Keebler like fudge shop cookies more
No, I
than
know.
Chips
but
Ahoy.
The style of cookie, like you know what I mean. Like, are we gonna get that chocolate chip cookie, or do you think we're gonna get that filled
No, we're gonna get the sandwich. We're gonna get the sandwich style. with the-
sandwich?
yeah.
Okay. Speaking of sandwich, I want a sandwich suit, and I want this to be in between that sandwich suit.
Oh, yeah, put chips. in.
Sponsored by Subway.
I want a sandwich now.
No,
Listen,
I think they're running
who
out of people who can sponsor them at this point. It's,
Mark,
it's
who doesn't
bad
put chips
karma.
on their sandwich?
Listen,
nowadays?
I'm already happy we got popping gummies because I'm gonna be popping gummies like crazy when
Wait,
I'm reviewing
Nexus,
this
how'd
show.
you join twice? What the fuck?
What?
Wait,
Yeah.
Okay, you saw that
did
too,
you
right?
join on
That wasn't-
another
Yeah.
like?
that wasn't
I was
mad.
like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, what?
Hold on.
Did your
No,
PC
no,
just
no,
keep
no.
crashing?
So what happened? Okay,
So what had happened was-
first my PC completely crashed, and then my Wi-Fi glitched. So
You
I'm
shouldn't
getting
talk
a
shit
lot
about
of
this
L's
guy.
tonight.
You shouldn't
Right?
have.
I know
It's all karma.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
You got-
Marshmallow's
Uh,
revenge.
Yeah.
Now, Zio, how bad do you think Sony
I
would
can
come out
see
as us
that.
if we use clips from the first Ghostbusters film for when that form debuts for the Marshmallow?
Oh my god, I'm definitely gonna
You just imagine the
superimpose
green
replacing.
Him, what? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just replacing the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man as he's approaching. That I'm doing it.
We're gonna get sued.
I got
You're
got
gonna get-
still images of that area because I was over there when we were on our honeymoon in New York, and they like, oh yeah, this is where they filmed the Ghostbusters and all this other stuff. I'm like, cool. Let me take some photos. I don't know why.
I mean,
I gotta find a way.
What's
to
gonna
use
get
them.
me is the music because you got to use the music when he's
You do.
popping up. Cosmic Orchid out here.
Friggin' strike.
Oh crap!
What a long sentence here. Okay. Cosmic Orchid for the $10 says, it could be due to cultural differences. From a Japanese snack website I'm looking at, only wafers and cookies are considered snacks. Hot dogs, sandwiches, and the like are considered meals.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I have a point.
So there's
So,
a
like, what?
chance we could
There's
still
a
get
meal?
hot dogs and sandwiches as separate writer forms.
Okay. Maybe he upgrades to using
Yeah.
full meals.
Yeah, full meals. That's it. That should be the name of them. Full meals.
Full meal.
Oh
It's
my
like right now
God.
you're getting satisfied with snacks, but eventually you're gonna need a full meal.
Time for full
Ah.
meal.
Final
That'd be
form's gonna be
mid
3-course.
That'd be cool.
I
I'd be okay with that.
don't know how I feel about that.
So what are we rating this guy?
Well, Ash disappeared for a hot second, so
You want? Let's go in reverse order. Oh, okay.
I'm, no,
Let's
like,
give- I'm
okay.
gonna
I'm like Nexus probably
Yeah.
probably Nexus's best favorite suit ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about. I want to see Nexus first before any of us give our opinion.
Wait, do you want me to go first, or I was on the toilet? Real quick.
I was.
Yeah, good. That's how I feel about this form. So good.
Alright.
All right,
I
because
guess
I want
we're
to
all
give
in agreement.
Yeah, no, I'm in between like a C and a D for this one. I like the head reveal; it's just the full body suit. Yeah, like I'm a C and a D for this one. I want to see it in motion first, but I'm in between a C and a D. This one.
All right, Mark.
That's tough. Okay,
Leave
so
me
other
alone,
than
God damn it.
I personally, I like the idea of like the bags of chips being crushed and making the sword. I like the helmet, but everything else, I'm gonna do like a C minus because it has some good redeeming qualities, but the chest piece, the shoulders, the arms, the legs, the shins, everything else is trash.
Yeah. All right, Cloudy.
See, this is definitely like a mid C because the suit is very mid. I'm not not particularly over positive, nor am I like this is the worst suit I've ever seen. That in itself is kind of speaking of how offensive I find it.
How offensive. Okay.
I'm sorry. I was
Nexus.
very. It's because I was disappointed. It had the potential.
Nexus, let me hit me with that A rating. What's going on?
Okay,
That's
so
plus rating.
So before the stream,
your
I
PC
actually
crashes.
only looked at the poster. This is my first time seeing the full form, but yeah, that potato chip really sucks because I only know the listing of the order of the form I like. So like, but I don't know the letter rating because it's like for me it's chocolate lollipop. Then these two, the marshmallow and the chip form, it's like on par, but really low on par for me. Because yeah. But I
Right.
think the chip is below marshmallow. But move all my letter
So this
ratings
is going to
up.
be.
So
the
Marshmallow
chip
got an F,
the chip
though.
is F.
Yes. So this is an
move
E.
the marshmallow to a D. Move the marshmallow to a D.
It's a DNF.
Then the chip is
It's
the
a did
F.
not finish.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Marshmallow has moved up to D, and then this has taken its place in F.
I
Yeah.
will give this a C minus only because the helmet looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It has
In this
looks
shot,
so
in
much
this shot, the
better.
helmet looks good.
Yep.
It looks so
That's
much
about it.
better. Like, what happened?
You know, I need this suit in like a nighttime scene only.
You know what
just
it
so I
is?
can barely
Okay.
see.
Yeah, we're in similar age range. So remember when you were a kid, the stupid laser tag you can go buy at Walmart or Kmart, and
Yeah.
it had the weird
Yeah.
vest. That's
Yes.
what that looks like.
Yeah. I remember as well.
That's what that looks like. You freaking put it over, and it's like, and it has a little. That's what that reminds me of. I hate it.
Weakest chess piece, I think. Probably easiest suit out of the bunch for someone to try and make a cosplay outfit out of.
Oh yeah,
Is that one?
probably.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I can 3D print that sword in like a day.
You don't even need the 3D
You
printing.
can like,
Cardboard.
that's some,
You don't need
Just
a 3D
it's
literally
printer.
cardboard. Yeah, exactly.
some
Cardboard.
like paper. You're
You think I own
good.
cardboard? You think I own cardboard?
Yes.
Even
I mean,
even
you
then,
should have a lot of
EVA
cardboard.
foam. Just get the thickest EVA form, cut it out in that
True.
shape, and you've got it.
Mark, how many
That's
boxes
true.
do you have? You got tons. You got tons.
No, and I throw mine out after I get my stuff delivered. It's called getting
Oh
rid
fuck!
of
I
the
just
evidence.
got a text.
So it's like, man, looking at these posters, just like get hype, get like all these forms look hype on here. The coloration obviously is completely off, which I still don't get why they did that.
Yeah, I don't get it either. So that's why I was so
Like
confused when I
for
was
these two specifically,
looking at the
like
poster and
these other
The
two are
pink one's
fine.
fine.
Yeah, pink and yellow
Yeah.
are fine. Why did they have to do?
I guess
red
because
and-
like having a brown orb wouldn't fit like the thing.
Yeah, and
or-
stand out.
And
No,
then
the
the
thing
white
is,
It
orb
also
would just
matches
look like,
the. You know what it is? It matches the gimmick, the outside gimmick color, the
Yeah.
red, the blue for them. That's what it's there for.
Yeah, that's about it.
the red, the blue, the yellow, the purple. Yeah, I
And they
see
can't
it.
use blue twice for the mecha and the marshmallow. So at least it'd be
Mm.
better than choosing purple for the marshmallow one, because then that would be really confusing.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm just now imagining the marshmallow in like the red or the yellow. Ooh.
Yeah, so now that we've gotten a little bit more when it comes to like the base suit and things like that, how are we sitting on it? Though I'm hating, the only thing that I hate about this shot is that the knee pad is not on the knee. It's like now
It's above.
Yeah.
it's on the
It's
thigh.
above.
Yeah. I
kinda-
don't like the theme. I don't like the cotton candy theme. I really don't like the. I don't know why, but I just don't like the fact they added blue to it. I feel like if it was just yellow and purple, it would hold up a lot better.
I think it was necessary because it's like the Capricorn. Like, is it popcorn? Wait, what's it called? Like those candy corns?
Candy corn, yeah.
Yes,
And
it-
candy
But
corn.
candy corn
literally-
is not purple and or blue. It is white,
But
orange,
it's a gradient,
and yellow.
orange, and
yes.
it's atrocious.
Yeah, but that
But-
reminds me of it when I
Yeah,
look at
yeah.
that.
That's when I made up my first video on it. That's what it reminded me of was candy corn and teeth.
But it's not even candy corn theme. It's gummy, right? It's gummy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
flavored.
gummies.
Yeah. So I get why the colors is that, but it just reminds me so much of candy corn, and I don't like it.
Well, let's just wait till the mid-season. He gets an upgrade, or when he gets his upgrade form, we never have to see this again. Hopefully, it's like
I like the helmet though.
no, the helmet's amazing.
No,
Yeah, the
I
helmet's-
still think it
You-
looks
you-
like kangaroo. I know it's supposed to be a tooth, but I still call it
Yeah,
kangaroo.
I
for
know-
you
me.
know
like
the
it,
usual writer trope. Even when they get their final form, they're still going to transform into base in fights, and you're going to be
know.
like, "Why are you transforming into base?" When
Because
you
base
got the
was
final
secretly the best
What if he,
one the
what if he
whole
literally
time.
turns into a candy corn? He just turns into a bag. of
That's what
candy
I'm
corn.
expecting. I'm expecting a special seasonal variant that is just going to be like candy corn themed for Halloween. They're going to do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I also don't like the shoulders. They're not my thing.
Jam Cow for $5 says, "Yo, we could actually get a legit ramen writer. Also, I can also see a writer or forms themed around traditional snacks like onigiri, mochi, or dango." Which, yeah, I can definitely see that as well.
Makes sense.
Mojo 100%
Maybe.
is like
Alright.
it has to be a given because it's like if they don't like.
I mean, the marshmallow one
So
could
do you go into,
easily become
do you
a
go into
dango thing.
beverages?
Yeah,
Yeah, do you go into beverages at some point either? Like, there's a lot of options with the show.
We got soda, milkshakes. We have.
I do wish that
Soda
like
and
whenever
then
additional
dime.
writer does go into like drink territory,
smoothies, juice.
Yeah,
and that's when we get the Orinen C writer for real.
Yeah.
Oh, the ornament
Wait.
C, yeah.
we can
Yeah,
get
do
the
it.
was it the Boss Black
Icy.
coffee can as a rider form?
Yes,
Oh yeah,
Shit.
Japan.
I said
you
it
know
was
they're
like
gonna need them
I wanna
juicy
have one of
gummies
those.
though.
Yeah.
They're bringing them juicy.
Oh yeah, from
Juicy!
Gavv, the juicy.
Juicy!
Yeah, dude. Jesus Christ.
Who is it?
There's
Who
an
is it that did it?
opportunity-
It was
It was Gaim. That's when it
Yeah.
happened.
They can also bring back the classic
Yeah.
common cider beverages.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
the
there's an
Fistus
opportunity with the
Force
candy
Sword?
toys to do good marketing with this if they do it right.
Also,
The ramen as well, yes.
Do you want to talk about like how it's gonna do like its final punches and kicks? Because that also looks kind of.
Yeah, it turns to orange, like the shoe.
It's got a
right?
giant orange foot and then a giant blue hand when it does the
Yes.
punch.
Yep.
I don't have the images
And
of
then-
those because they were like very low quality, and I was
Yeah,
like,
they
yes.
weren't.
are we
I
gonna
couldn't
get
find
some-
any high res ones.
They were
And
on
then-
the
Did,
cards though.
Do you got the bonus, the campaign bonus images for the driver? Not the driver, the henshin belt Gavv.
I don't.
I don't think I have it in here because. Oh no, actually I can send it on Discord. I have the actual legit.
Wait, Zio, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Do you think this guy is established writer, or you think no, this is like he gets his power in episode 1?
No, I still think it's gonna be getting his powers at episode 1. As much as I would like an established writer, which I mean, we got that with Geets.
Yeah, we also got that before with what's it called?
I accidentally sent you 3 images. I was only supposed to send
Okay.
1, but they're 3 different images. Zio, I sent them on Discord. It's the
Alright.
high res box art for the the belt, the campaign bonus that's Kuga related, and then the breakdown of the forms with their gimmicks. 'Cause
Let me
I was bored.
click on these.
Boy.
And get back to here.
Mm-hmm.
I like the eyes
Poppin'
being lit
Gummy.
up.
Yeah, I still can't believe it's called henshin belt. Like we're going old school with henshin belt instead of driver.
But you know,
You know
in like
what
5 years, they're gonna retcon the name of it, and it's gonna be Gavv Driver.
Yeah.
You know what I feel like is a missed out opportunity? I would have liked them to theme the box more around getting a piece of candy, like a box of gummies or something.
The box looks reminds me of the Costco size like Pop-Tart boxes you can get with the break from the white to the purplish pink color. Like
Oh.
just reminds me of the Pop-Tart boxes.
Yeah, I can see that now.
Mm.
And then there's where you can see the gimmicks going from closed to open, and then
Yep.
I like one thing I pointed out in my video was like how much I was hoping the gimmicks weren't going to be all the same as Pop and Gummy, where they just like we have the chip one where it swings open, we have the marshmallow and hard candy one where it just kind of pops back, and then obviously the chocolate one is like the Pop and Gummy. So I'm glad there's different form factors to them.
Though this extra sold me on the marshmallow because look at this guy on top.
The cute face
Yep.
on the inside end.
Just look at this little guy, and then
Okay,
open
that-
it up. It's like super grumpy. Oh my god, I love it.
Oh yeah,
The robot one's similar too. If you look at notice the
Yeah.
robot one's got the similar like change in facial expression.
Yeah.
But that one just goes demonic. This one looks like he's a hard ass.
The,
Oh, yeah.
the chocolate bar looks a little sad.
I mean, this is what my fear was, that the majority of the gimmicks were going to end up being after seeing the
Oh,
The
like they would
base
just
was-
pop one way. Yeah.
yeah. So seeing it from other aspects, especially like since we did get the Kuga one already ahead of time. And I was like,
The Kuga
oh,
one's
that's
cute.
I'm a little disappointed if that's how they're all going to end up being.
I do like if they do more legend like rider ones like this. I like how when it opens up, it's like the belts in there and that's not. I was like, if they keep it like this theme for all the other legend riders, if they do release them, which they probably will for money, I'll get those too.
Yeah.
Because I like the gimmicks more than the belt.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
then-
agree. I'm not a
and-
big fan of the belt.
And in case anyone's wondering, that is a soft vinyl for Gavv. It's like somebody like, oh, it comes with like a gummy figure. No, that's just a regular clear purple.
Yeah,
soft
that's how the
vinyl.
Sophobies are typically so.
Yeah, and they're
Mm.
In action
I got a whole
figures.
bunch of those. They're not that. They're not that big. Like
What
this is obviously the pre-order campaign item. So if you don't get your pre-order in, you're not even even if you do get a pre-order in, obviously you're not guaranteed you're gonna get these
Do you
items.
think it
with
feels too similar to like to Build's driver?
Up until you hit the side button, because I
not
mean you get to hit the
really.
side button really. So I don't even think you need to crank it that much because the crank just makes it say "E" over and over again. It doesn't actually open up or do anything until you hit the side button.
Then my thing is like, why need the crank? Like at the crank at all?
Yeah.
To remind it like the carnival machines that they got.
Yeah.
Because
guess
I
like-
mean, with the beat that it plays as well, that a lot of people aren't like the biggest fan of currently. So
Mm.
I don't mind it. Like it's like we were
It's
talking about. Like
okay.
I want to see the video. Like I want to see what the video is first before like we,
Which we
really
saw.
test it. And then-
So how are
Yeah.
you feeling about it now that you've seen it in motion?
Dude, there's a lot of little things that picked up on it watching it. Like I literally didn't notice the fact that there's a tongue in the middle right there. So I was like, that's cool.
Oh my god, I've been noticed.
Dude,
How do you
when I
not
first did it,
notice?
like, listen, there's reasons. My own pop and gummy situation. And with just like the crank, it's gonna be annoying. I'll have it on display like I do whenever a current show is airing. I'm getting it. I want the Kuga gimmick, obviously. And like I said, I like the gimmicks more than anything. Like I'm already
Which
trying
one
to
are you
figure
gonna
out ways
display
to
in the
display
thing?
them.
Which will you display in the driver?
Probably the Kuga one.
Okay.
It usually depends because usually while show's airing and I'm doing like reviews when I do actually like the show that's currently airing, I usually keep the base form gimmick in there until there's the mid-season power upgrade one, and then towards the end I'll put a final form one on display. But I mean, you guys wouldn't notice anyways with just how far back everything is, how tiny the gimmick is. So
I mean, you would never
notice.
notice with Gotcha, period, considering how it works.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I didn't notice the button on the side until the review, so that
Yeah,
the video. So that's another thing. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
I was
big old
wondering, I
button.
was like, do you just keep cranking and then it just eventually pops open like a jack in the box? But then I was like, oh, there's a button.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, and the other thing that got me was the mouth doesn't fully close. I thought that the mouth would fully close, but no. Even when it's not in there, it's still like half agape.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I think I would like? If instead of like maybe a crank, it would have did like like when you get a gumball machine, you just like do the twist.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
like-
you twist
yeah, like
it.
if you do that, if that was on the side, I think I might like. I just want it to differentiate itself from the build driver because it just the crank, the coloration, it just gives me too much build driver.
I think that's why they added a button because they didn't want it to be like the build driver.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the build driver right now. Just going back for
I know like it's black for the build driver, but if you see them, I don't know, they look too similar for me.
Yeah, but it's black and red. The handle on it's still red. Same thing with the build driver. So
yeah, I would have preferred they just did something else. That's all.
now I did see some rumors flying around in terms of head writer that I'm taking with a massive grain of salt, because if it is, it's what I've been saying for like the longest time, because the current proponent ruling theory is that Akiko Inoue is going to end up being the head writer.
Ooh,
Yes.
Where did that come from?
The usual sources.
I've
Okay.
seen like 5 or 6 different names being thrown around. It's one of the things that's like, okay, so we're maybe 4 or 5 weeks away before the press conference at their earliest. And I was like, I can wait.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people trying to like make content being like, oh, it could be this writer, it could be that writer. It's like, of course, it could be any writer. When you think about
Yeah,
it,
they
any
know.
writer. It's
Some
like that's
people
how
love the
this
clickbait
works.
game. So yeah.
No, that's why
Oh, we
like
know
for me,
them.
I was like, someone asked me because they were like, oh, this is the rumor writer. Are you gonna do a video on it? I'm like, no, because I do a video about the poster. Okay, I can finally see Gavv, the form, not a cartoon crayon sketch that someone said was going to be the leaked image, which ends up being like 90% accurate. Same with the driver and the other forms. I'm like, no, I don't do rumors. Like, it could be any writer, and I can't base it based off of previous seasons. Like, if someone's like, oh, it's the writer from Gaim, it's like, okay, well, I didn't like Gaim that much, but it doesn't mean it's going to be the same.
Yeah, new writer, new
Like-
show. I mean,
Yeah.
But Cloudy,
writer.
what if it's Takahashi?
Hey, saw my arm off right now. Just do it. Just take it. So, other thing I was going to mention is we do know, at least from some of the people who've been leaked, the music is going to be fire for the show, most likely.
That
Yes.
still doesn't make sense. Like,
What do you mean?
depending on they said that it's going to be fire, but then their opinion on what music is fire is not the same.
The thing
as
is, just
we
looking at the
believe is
previous
fire,
pedigrees,
so-
like what shows they've worked on and things like that, you typically, a lot of the arrangements sound very similar from different seasons to different seasons, but
So, like-
usually what the composers usually have a specific style.
Are you aware of like the Hiroyuki Sawano effect, Nexus?
No.
So Hiroyuki Sawano does like a lot of action or mecha anime themes that have this thing called the Sawano drop. And no matter what show he directs, whenever he makes music for them, no matter how different stylistically they may sound, there is always this Sawano drop that you can recognize is him, and it's usually really good. Like 90% of the time, very good.
Which is why Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yep. So
fantastic soundtrack.
Did you guys hear the rumor of who was going to do the OP? Because Cloud, I feel like you would appreciate this as a man of anime culture. It was supposed to be what Yoasobi who did Idol.
Like the fakest fucking rumor ever.
Yes.
I know, I was so mad because I saw it and I was like, that needs to be it. It could be easily like they blew up like crazy.
If it is, then holy shit!
I'm like, that's the fakest fucking news I'd seen about this show this far.
Wait, who's the artist? Who's the artist? What have they done?
The people that sang Idol.
Idol from Oshinoko.
You know the opening.
Then they blew up like crazy, and now they're doing press tours and shit.
Or it's the Wait.
Is it for an anime?
Yes.
You don't have to sing the songs.
Yeah. Just what was that song?
Yeah, that one. It's good.
Oshinoko.
It is Zeros, and I like hated that because I saw it randomly pop up on like Twitter, and then a lot of people were like actively being like, "Oh yeah, no, this," and I'm like, "Well, they're not doing the next Oshinoko OP, and they did just tour, and they like their popularity because they were already really popular, but now they're getting more worldwide recognition." And I was like, I'd be okay if they got picked because like
it's like a possibility that looking at their schedule, it can happen.
I mean, considering what happened with Rube, you need like 30 minutes in an empty room and then bam. So anyone is not out of the picture.
Yeah. And they do a lot of OPs for a lot of like things. So it's like they probably know how to expedite the process of getting something recorded. No, I don't think the other rumors of like the weird VTuber artists like
can we not? No, God.
Don't.
Overhyped. And then we got what we got, and it's like,
well, to be fair, you were hyping that shit.
Yeah,
I was.
I mean, it's back on.
That was like the best thing about like everything Godtrend that we were getting in during that intro beginning. Like,
imagine we get Flow to do the next opening because they've already worked on, right? Jesus. But no, in all seriousness, the music director, especially, I saw your video on it. I was very excited when I heard that they were going to be working on this project because they have not failed soundtrack-wise so far out of all the writer shows they've worked on.
Yep.
So,
what are some writer shows that they've worked on?
Pull it back up.
The Wheel?
Oh. No, not. Oh, forgot. I'm exposing the wheel.
The Wheel.
You're exposing the wheel.
I can't expose the wheel. Not yet. The wheel of hot takes.
I was about to be like, what's the wheel doing there?
That's a weird transition.
Yeah,
like,
everyone, just be distracted by Cosmic Orchid. They just gifted a super chat.
Oh, what they got?
Ghost is 01.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew it was the 01 composer, but I had forgotten a quick second about Ghost because it's Ghost.
Yes.
Peak.
Ghost and 01, which had really good music and pretty good openings.
Yeah.
No, 01's opening is really good. I really
but
like
the opening is not done by the composer. It's the OST.
No, that's
like
the actual show's OST.
Like Find a New Life. You know, the one about the sun. Like those are. Those were really good. Except they were really short.
Nothing to do with anything else regarding that. So. All right. So anything else we got to discuss regarding Gavv?
Before the presser, like, what level of like optimism are you for this season, if at all?
5 out of 10.
I'm saying.
Middle of the road is a good place to be, I guess.
Yeah, I'm middle of the road as well, like 5 out of 10.
I'm a little higher than that. I'm at 7.5.
I'm at like a 6, only because
Mark, don't get too high. If you get hyped, I know.
No, that's it. No, because that's the thing. It's like Gachard and Geets. Like I was like 8.5 and stuff like that, almost 9, and I was like, nah. Let me 7.5 for me is like that's very like reserved. That's like okay, I'm gonna enjoy it. I can find the positives, but I'm not gonna be like this is gonna be the best show ever made. Like a lot of people start to act like.
And then what if it is? Jeez.
I'm at a
What if it
6.
is the best show ever made? Then I seriously doubt that because Blade already exists. So
Yeah.
Raywood
Also-
just needs a win. Raywood just needs
One
does.
win. One good show,
Win.
please.
One
Yes.
good show with Ray.
Well,
No,
it needs
one
a show that
complete
stays
good
consistent.
show.
I just need a show
Yes.
that stays consistent.
Just
That's
it.
all I
It
want.
just has to be very okay, like not like mid, not boring. Just
Yeah, I
good.
need consistency in a
Yeah.
show because that's the thing. It's like all of these shows in Reiwa have had varying degrees of, good moments, bad moments, all that. I need consistency with the plot, with the characters, make them go the trajectory that they intend for them to go. Or if that's not the game plan, then tell us the game plan early is literally this is going to be a show about nothing. Just something like that, just to set the expectation and the tone.
What I hate is like usually I get
Spoken like
hyped.
someone who doesn't like Saber.
The suits usually hype me up for a show, and I'm usually like
Hey, I like the middle portion
proponent.
of Saber.
I'm a proponent of like
It is
the
good.
worse the suit, the better the show. Typically speaking, at least in Reiwa. I don't know why. I just because
What do
like
you
I
think's
did
the
not
worst
like.
suit in Reiwa then?
One though.
I
Because
did
they
not
have
like
zero ones.
because I really did not like Saber suit. I don't know the base suit. I did not like at all. Turned out to be a pretty good show.
I like
Well,
the base.
the-
Wait, the base suit or the final form?
Was what got
base
me
suit.
like I was like
wasn't really
hyped about it.
Really, I didn't like the swords poking out of the head. It took time for them to grow on it, and the eyes.
Oh,
I wasn't a
that's
big
I
the
fan.
like
least
that,
of
and
my
the thing is,
worries.
it's like the dragon
The
on the
dragon.
side looked like a
Yeah.
Digimon, so I was.
It really
That's
all that.
fair, but like I don't know.
liked,
It's just
no, they had a lot. Saber, I think, had like some of the best suits in Reiwa. Honestly,
yeah, but like
they were
I don't
unique
know.
with the 3-piece, different, like interchangeable. You can have like
Yeah, but that was after like I meant like when I first saw them, like first like the super suits.
and then Blades got like the best like upgrade in almost all of Reiwa with the Snow Lion.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Blade's final form is probably best suit in Reiwa that I've
It's,
seen.
it's it's like the marshmallow form. It's a very different way that you
Mhm.
didn't expect the form to go.
Yeah, and it works really well. It's got like
Yep.
the Jiraiya hair and everything. But no, I don't know. It's just I feel like I don't know. I'm just hoping that because I don't really particularly like this suit, that maybe something has to be good in the show. I don't know.
We shall see
I
then.
didn't like Gotchard's suit that much, and well, that's where that went.
I like Gerard suits still. I think a lot of those forms are really good. I just
Yeah, I just
I
don't
I like
the
the
show.
palette
I
swap.
like
with his
Rainbow
suit.
as well. I do like Rainbow.
Nah,
so much.
Rainbow has terrible
Is it
profiling.
Stargachard?
The best suit in
The one from
Gotchard
the
is
film.
still his other egos or his future selves. Whatever
Yes.
his name is.
Okay,
Yep.
Daybreak, yeah.
Daybreak-
Daybreak,
Daybreak.
iconic.
Has
Yeah.
Daybreak
some
is
of the
too
better-
good.
Daybreak.
Yeah,
I
Especially
Daybreak
got
is
this
really
Daybreak.
good.
Daybreak figure. This form is so nice, and I was
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
oh.
And
Daybreak-
also
60
being
bucks.
played
really
by
good.
Daigo the Goat, I was like, okay, yep.
And
That's
so,
why I'm going to watch the movie. That's why I'm
Platina
going to watch the
Gotchard
movie
is still like the
because of
best
Daigo.
form that Hotaro has, in my opinion.
Yep.
So,
Mm.
real quickly, do we want to touch on Arc? Because it's like I know, like me and Mark watched the episode right before going live, and Nexus was like late to the game playing catch up on that stuff. I will say, the fight in this episode wasn't as entertaining as the first one. It did give us some nice POV shots that I'm like, give me that shit in like VR.
That was good.
The monster shooting liquid out of its ears. Yay.
Yes, all the memes.
It's
all the
basically
memes.
an elephant.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
basically an elephant. This episode today.
Also, while
I
that's
got-
going on, if anyone has any bad Toku takes for me to add to this wheel, go ahead and list some bad Toku. And you got to really put some thought into it. I don't want to hear the usual X is better than Y. Bad Toku take. Put some nuance to that bitch.
Get creative or get something that could be
Throw-
argued as
Throw it in the
like,
chat. I'm gonna throw it in the wheel, and we'll see. So I'm just like, go for it
Mm-hmm.
while we're over here discussing Arc real fast.
By the way, can we just say
Hmm.
like I like Arc's starting point a lot because I didn't really get to talk about it, but the way it starts, like
I like how
I-
he's already an ultra. That's what I like.
Coffee time.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like he,
Coffee time all the time.
like it's been established that he's been fighting monsters for a while. Like he's
3 months
new,
ago.
but he's not green. You know what I mean? Like he's not fully
Yeah,
green,
he's gotten a couple of fights under his belt.
which is what I'm gonna enjoy.
Though the imagination aspect are already coming into play with the monsters that we saw, especially for this one here.
Yep.
So it's already playing up the theme. I got to rewatch the episode a little bit more, but of course I'll see it again on Sunday when we stream it on Twitch. So
Thoughts on the weapon?
I still don't like the sword.
What's with all the like glasses and swords? Like all
like glasses. I'm just like Zero, come back.
No, it legit looks like Zero's gonna pop off in this show. Like he's gonna randomly show up.
Zero?
Can you not talk about Zero? I would
Zero's gonna show up.
I would live my life so happily if I never see Zero again.
Thank you, Cloudy. I agree completely.
And you know what the worst thing is? The other day, I was linked to buying Zero sluggers, which are like those things on his head that he throws every now and again. And I'm just like, I don't want that. I don't want a reminder of that thing.
All right.
All right, TokuTonic, you're taking a little bit far with that one. I'm not going to throw that one in the wheel.
What did TokuTonic say?
We're not throwing that.
No, TokuTonic, we're not here to slander other creators. For
no,
it's got to be a legit Toku take.
Yeah.
Although
if a bad Toku take.
No.
Oh, okay. Because like I can see the take being like you can see find maybe a lot of people who watch Toku are influenced heavily by the creator that they watch or enjoy, which is true. Like it's very true. But
no, it's like look at Linkara for Power Rangers. A lot of people.
Yeah,
mostly mimic his takes for that.
They default their opinions, you know what I mean, instead of
I'm sure people do that for me when they watch my videos, possibly.
Probably use my Fifth Amendment right to not say anything.
But it's like I feel like a lot of people should make their own opinion. I wouldn't say that's a bad Toku take because I feel like it is accurate. It's just like it's just not something positive.
For example, just now I got slandered, even though those were my opinions on the forums.
Terrible.
Terrible.
What do you mean? Nothing to do with it.
I know it's terrible, but that's what I think.
Actually, bad opinions.
That's not like slander. It's not disagreeing with your favorite Toku. But that was like
you disappear for a year and you come back with that take.
I'm just like you look at the chocolate form, you look at the marshmallow form, and you're like F. C.
It's not blue enough.
At least I put chip below marshmallow, but
just like
wow. That I don't even think that's a bad take. I actually agree completely with that take. But...
Wait, what's Gemcal's take? Gemcal. Oh, most of the writer shows shouldn't have.
Been writers, but standalone Toku series. Right? No, agree. Too far from its roots. It's true. It's completely true.
Absolutely. You know what's funny? I was always like Zio in the sense of I was always like a writer guy first, and then like a Sentai guy kind of second. But now I'm definitely much more of a Sentai guy first. Well, Ultra guy, then Sentai guy first now.
It's now for me, it's been I used to be a writer person, but now I'm starting to become more of a Sentai person, even though I haven't bought my first Sentai toy, and I've already reserved it as to which Sentai toy I'm going to buy.
How much you spent on that jacket again?
Shut up! Shut up!
You getting them Pip Crew outfits?
You getting the Pimp
Crew outfit? The Pip Crew outfit. Oh God. I might. Oh shit! Should I?
If you do, we are going to rip into you for the longest
time.
If
you thought the jacket was bad,
yeah, we will rip into you until you buy the next overpriced Toku.
You saw what we did to Zio and that sword.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I was kind of scared that since I also said I got a bonus that I was going to get pressured into buying some shit that I didn't want to buy again.
No.
That's literally what happened last time I got a bonus.
Don't be tempted, please. Don't be swayed.
Now I'm waiting for that Prime Day
what's
sale.
new that we can convince
them to
buy.
Now I'm waiting on Prime Day sales.
But if
that's like next week.
If that Orga CSM comes out tomorrow, or it gets pre-orders open up tomorrow.
I'm a Sentai guy now. I'm a dog person now. That's funny.
Okay. I don't know. By the way, how many of you guys in chat? How many are you still devout Ryder fans? I'm just curious. Has Ryder gone down for you guys, or you guys still think Ryder is the shit? I'm just curious. No wrong answer.
Because when I was I used to be, I became a writer person because of X8 and Gaim back when I was and then I took a hiatus after X8. And then I came back in around 20, and when Revice was airing.
Some superhero times were really good superhero times where you were eating good both shows. Like,
Yeah.
we had some good moments, especially in the
The
mid 2000s.
Shinkenger one was really good. I think.
Like a lot of those like mid 2000s going up to like the 2010s was like a good moment in superhero time in general. Until Go Wander came out, but
what was it? Because it was like Shinkenger and what was it again? Shinkenger and O's? Oh.
Ghost Agent? Or no?
No, Shinkenger was Decade.
Oh, Shinkenger Decade. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's why they had that crossover episode.
Ah.
Mhm.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was 2
Yeah.
years off. My bad.
Yeah.
What was it again?
The thing is, it's just Reiwa was a definitive turning point for Writer and Sentai. And the thing is, I feel that for Sentai, they know that they're in a slump. So they've been trying to think outside the box to reinvent themselves. And that's why we see them taking a little bit more risks when it comes to Sentai, which has been, kind of great for the experimental portion of it all. While for Reiwa, I feel Kamen Rider is playing it safe.
Oh yeah.
And that's what the
Yeah.
issue is. They are playing it safe.
And it's not
They're not doing the
like
same thing
interesting,
as
like
Sentai.
because like they've deviated. Ray was deviated from the typical writer formula, but I don't feel like they've deviated in like a way that takes enough risk, to not be like the traditional like writer toy cell show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, but by the way, that it's kind of funny you mentioned that Nexus because I was looking at it like X8 and Gain were like some of the most popular shows that, for women specifically. Like,
No, because I just really liked those. And then because I was on a big Gaim train because also the OSTs, like the musics that were with it was really good. And then also with X8, the music. I think for me specifically, I get very drawn into a series if the music is good.
oh yeah, absolutely, I can see that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, Ash, you see the One Piece season 2 like
I fucking hate that take. I'm using it.
stuff? They're
Yeah.
they're revealing the new casting. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the. But have they revealed any more? Because all last week, or 2 weeks ago, they revealed like Barogue's works and who's playing Mr. Free and Dorian Brogy. And I think we're just waiting for Drum and like Nico, Robin, and Crocodile to get cast at this point. But the Mr. Free guy who casted Mr. Free, that was like someone who I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on Miss Sunday. Of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They got to drop that reveal. People are
This
gonna
is for the
simp
live
over
action,
that.
isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
They are gonna go
Mhm.
crazy because they have got to get a very attractive actress for that.
Very attractive with like that olive skin.
Mm,
And
very excited. Hopefully they do because the casting has been on point so far.
I know.
I know some of these takes might not be able to, like, whoever gets whatever take they have, you would have the option to just commit.
Wait,
to
so we have to
or
defend
reroll?
these takes?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you are going to be
Huh?
pretty much the one who is doing
This-
this take. So
this was
essentially,
made for me.
I'm
Yes.
yes. So essentially,
The pain.
it's you versus the rest of us, but you got to defend this bad take.
This was made for
Oh,
me because I
no.
tried my best to defend the what do you call it, the button sword arc to Zia, at least the beginning.
Yeah.
I went through
Oh
a
boy,
whole
can I
spiel with that.
get a drink before this? I need to get my lemons.
Look, it's just the way it works. It's the way it
I
works.
feel like that ended
Alright.
with me and
I'm gonna
Mark
get some
bonding
drinks
over
as
it
well.
more than anything.
All right. So who wants to go first?
I volunteer.
I'm getting a
What
drink.
exactly are the
Just be
rules
right back.
again? So we have to
Um,
defend a bad take.
Yes,
We're
so
gonna
you
get
can-
a bad take randomly, and then we have to defend it to each other.
Yes, you
Oh,
got to
yeah,
defend the
that
take.
sucks.
How much time do we get for prep?
You get no time.
What?
Yeah,
One
you
prep
get
time, just right off. Okay.
Let me swallow my spit again. What?
you're doing a reverse hawk to it. Okay.
The tea's on the table now. I have the tea. So
All right.
All right.
Oh boy.
I've got my
So-
I'll go
water.
first. Fuck yeah, I'll go first.
Oh,
Fuck it.
boy.
Yeah.
All right. All right,
the
Mark.
wheel.
Let's see what we got now. If you don't like the pick, you get like one.
One mulligan.
Yes.
Do we get one
mulligan?
skip?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
you get
one-
one mulligan.
One skip throughout the entire night. So you better pick
All
your
right.
skip wisely.
It better be a
Oh,
topic
God.
you
I don't want
really
to be
can't
the
defend.
first one. That's the trouble.
All right.
I mean,
let's
yeah,
see.
go. I'll get it. I'll take it after Mark.
God, this is tight. This bottle.
Shit.
Go
All right,
Busters!
I haven't seen Go Busters. I haven't seen Go Busters.
Have you heard the second intro?
No, let me check it real quick. Let me check
Okay,
it real quick.
while Mark does
Oh,
that,
God.
give me a take, Zio. I'll defend it real quick because he's got to listen to that whole song
Yep.
and survive.
But does he know the first song though? He needs to compare it with the first song.
No,
No, he just needs to know the second one. Yeah. Oh shit!
Wow, one that literally just got added in. All right.
Ultraman Nexus is a piece of shit. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Read these are your words now, Cloudy.
So
take them as your
Ultraman
own.
Nexus is a piece of shit, edgy garbage series that got good when it changed slots for that masterpiece Gundam Seed that killed the show in ratings. Okay.
I haven't watched it.
So
I haven't
I'm gonna
watched Ultraman
first off,
Nexus.
let me start with the reverse breakdown because Gundam Seed Season 1 was good. I loved the first half of Seed. That was Seed. The first half of Seed, we can agree that was pretty good. It may not have been like up to par with some of the other shows, but that wasn't bad. It was pretty okay. Now, when you get to see Destiny, that's its own thing. So I don't want to fight. I'm not going to fight you there. But Seed was good. So I could see why the ratings were good. It was like in the prime time of like Mecha, so I enjoyed it. I love the first opening and the third opening of Seed. I got the first opening.
I'm talking about Seed. I thought Nexus was a piece of shit. Like what?
But we're gonna get to that. So Nexus is a piece of garbage because it breaks down everything that was previously established in Ultraman. As we have a dark themed Ultra, we have a mysterious character who keeps turning into this giant man that we know nothing about for long stretches of the show, and we have to come up with our own theories to figure out who this person is and what he's here for and what he represents. The show isn't very clear with its plot. There are monsters that just appear randomly and kill civilians all over the place. We don't really know where they come from. We don't really know like the source of it, and it doesn't. Unlike a traditional Ultra show, it doesn't. You don't feel like the bond between the person and the Ultra, at least in the beginning of it, and it really shows you like because majority of the show you're seeing it through the viewpoint of someone who isn't even an Ultra for the first half anyway. He's just a bystander who just freshly joined a military operation that's designed to hunt down kaijus and monsters and whatnot.
Now, Claudia, explain to me this: if Nexus is such a piece of shit show, why does everyone call it peak? Like I keep getting that all the time. They were like,
because it's so dark and serious and different that it has to be such an amazing Ultra show. You know what I mean? It's like the the effect of it's not these bright, cheery like giants that are trying to protect the world and bring peace. It's like this show is like gritty to it. There's death. There's like stakes on the table. You know what I mean? Because
you're kind of selling this as opposed to convincing me that it's terrible. Okay.
Yes, but like it's not even true in that sense because it's like the people who are dying are fodder characters that would die off in like what do you call it? What's the show? Like in Amazons and like they're fodder. They're not even like the main protagonists. None of the main protagonists' lives are ever really in danger or questioned. And it's mostly just like used to like just for like just to give you the false sense of danger. It's not really like no one's really ever in like an actual theme of like peril. I would say like it's just not. Plus, it's never clear like what Nexus is or like their motives. At least not in the beginning. It's not for a long time. Like you don't really get that.
So there's mystery to it. Okay.
Yes, tons of fuck. But yes, it is true that the show is, in my opinion, that it can get really edgy at times because for no reason, like characters don't talk to each other, they don't fill in blanks here, or they'll have a face off and then they'll leave off and leave more questions than answers, even though some things can be fixed with like a basic, misunderstanding kind of situation. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like that trope. Like who hates like if you gave a 2-sentence explanation to a topic, a misunderstanding would be fixed and two people wouldn't be trying to fight each other. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like you know his writing.
It would be that simple. Stop defending garbage, you. Generally, Nexus is pretty bad, and it should have it was good that it was replaced when it was.
I want to
can
hear size. Like, I want to hear size.
You know what the effed up thing is? I'm pretty sure Sai doesn't agree with most of what I said, but he does agree that Nexus is overhyped. Because I would say that as well, because Nexus truly is overhyped as a season. Most Ultra fans are like, oh, Nexus is so great. Nexus is amazing. You should start with Nexus. But Nexus doesn't really capture, like, the essence of an Ultra show. It is, like, a breath of fresh air, and it's, like, its own take, and it does deviate from the original plot. But like, if a random person started with Nexus, they would not know what to expect out of any of the Ultra shows, or they'd just be like, "What the heck is this?" Later on, like they'd be familiar with, like, I guess the Ultra formula of, like, the transformations and stuff like that, but they wouldn't understand like the bonds that usually some people have with their main Ultra, or the fact that some people could be like the Ultra themselves, especially considering, you know, that there's no real, like, communication aspect, at least with most people on Nexus. I just think that personally, why did I have to do this one mainly? But yeah, Nexus I think is overhyped, and people tend to suck its dick too much, and that's why I feel like it also really affected a show like Blazar, because everyone saw Blazar episode 1 and they thought, bam, this is just gonna be new gen Nexus. Like, this show is just gonna be all serious, like deaths everywhere, much like Nexus was. And guess what? It wasn't. It had its lighthearted, campier moments. It had comedy. It had, like, an actual nice story of, like, a father trying to be a dad and leader to his team, which was a really good aspect to it. But it was bogged down by a lot of people who are expecting this serious Nexus-like show that didn't give this show time to be what it was. And I feel like because of the way Nexus is, and there wasn't an Ultra show like Nexus before, when people see something even minutely similar to Nexus, they expect that. And when they expect that, they're gonna get disappointed, because Super Eye doesn't, like, redo things like that. At least not lately. They haven't done a show that's, like, gritty like Nexus is, and honestly, kind of borderline on just edgy with the amount of just, like, random civilian deaths that they do. It's kind of
okay. Well, I'm gonna wrap that shit up, because you didn't sell me on this at all. Now I just want to watch Nexus more.
Me and Cloudy should have switched our take.
So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do, like, a 2-minute timer for your opening pitch on, like, the statement, and then the rest is gonna be a rebuttal.
To be fair, some of the chat is on my side. They do hear.
I mean, most of the chat is just Magnum Hopper. So
that's true.
All right, Mark. Now you should have had more than enough time.
I did. I listened to both. I listened to both.
You should have had time to even watch a whole episode of Go Buster.
I actually thought about it, because I do have it on my external that just plugged in right now. But then
I'm gonna let you finish.
It's not Go Buster time. So I'm supposed to defend the fact that the OP2 is better than the first one.
Yes.
It's very one sentence to defend it. The first 2 seconds are better. Didn't have to say the whole OP. The first 2 seconds of the second OP is better than the first one. That's it. So
but when the lyrics hit, they kind of went all over the place.
I'm just saying.
Defend the flow.
But that doesn't encompass the whole second opening.
It did not say the whole second OP is better. They just said OP2 is better than the first. I'm just saying the first 2 seconds are better than the first.
You got to compare the entire thing.
But that's not the whole OP.
Because the first one's so much better.
No, you got to defend it. That's the thing. You got to commit to the bit.
Mark, you got to commit to this at least, please.
Listen, OP2 is so much better.
Finish that sentence.
And
finish that sentence, Mark.
Say it.
Oh no, his internet froze.
I need you to say it. He's trying to pretend like his screen's frozen.
Okay, so, like, I can't. Like, this is.
You gotta defend it.
Dime one.
This is bad takes that we're defending. It's not accurate, necessarily.
I can't. I know the truth in myself.
That's the thing. Even if you know the truth, you gotta commit. You gotta sell me on the bit.
Next,
I will defend Brave Blade against Elements.
Listen.
Sorry, round 0.
I could do it. I could do that either or. All right, so OP2. Man.
I will do that.
This is tough, like, because I don't even know. Like, I don't have enough prep time.
How's that 2-minute time?
Company bullshit. And I'm usually good on the top of my I can't, because I listen to both twice. Okay, realistically, I listened to the OP2 once, and then I listened to OP1 3 times because it was like 3 times better.
You're not helping. You're not helping the situation.
OP2
Oh boy.
is so much better than the
Wow.
first OP that they stopped the first OP to give us this OP instead because they needed something better to keep people watching this show. That's why OP2 is better than OP1. Like, and it's 5 seconds longer than the first one.
Considering
5 seconds longer than most Toku fans last.
damn, Mark, damn.
Oh boy.
Listen, I can't lie about the OP stuff, so I'm trying to like
Yes, you-
redirect it to
Oh
freaking
my
Toku
God.
fans instead of
Well,
the OP. Like,
Well, you clearly failed the assignment, Mark.
Thank you. I'm okay with that because that
I
was
wish-
horrible. Do you know how bad OP2 is?
Yes.
Yes, I know.
Like,
I know how bad it is.
There's a reason
Like,
it's a bad
I've never, like, I was
You
like,
could have bullshitted your way through it, though.
Mark,
Yeah,
that
I
was there's a
couldn't.
bad
I
take for a
couldn't-
reason.
I didn't even finish listening to it. That's how bad it was.
Mark, you could have just bullshitted. You could have just been like, yeah, opening 2 is better. Just say everything
No,
you
it's
thought
not.
about opening 1 about opening 2.
I kind of
All right,
understand
Ash,
the
because I would start
Oh,
crying.
fine.
and
Actually,
cracking
yes.
up.
fine.
Okay,
sorry,
let's see.
I was away. My neighbor's cat stumbled into my backyard, and I didn't know what to do. And
Here's
then there was
hoping.
a cat.
Here's hoping you
No,
get a
that's
Power
fine.
Rangers one.
Definitely
There are a
bad.
lot of Power Ranger ones on here too.
All right. Okay.
Why did I have to get the ultra bad one?
Ooh, what am I getting? Please be something I actually know. I'm not going to stumble my way.
Oh no! Oh, I thought it was
Oh,
outside.
I thought
Wait,
I was-
hold on. It's
Hasbro was the best thing that happened. Go for
wow,
it. There
this
you
wheel
go.
is rigged.
Oh,
This wheel is rigged.
you know what?
Jesus Christ.
I might have to clip this and put my on my channel, depending on how this turns out. So is Hasbro was the best thing that happened to Power Rangers because Saban's old. He's a dried up old man. He had his time in the sun. He made the 2017 movie and he wanted to do like 7 sequels for it. And that movie flopped because of his direction and the people he had bored to write that. I mean, we could have had the guy that did Chronicles doing the Power Rangers movie, the 2017 Power Rangers movie, but no, we didn't get that. What we got was Power Rangers 2017, which is all right, but it didn't do as well as Saban hoped. So that's why he sold the franchise to Hasbro, because he knew that Hasbro would be in better hands. And Hasbro had a fantastic start. I mean, we had the Lightning Collection line. We had Beast Morphers, and Beast Morphers is a really good season. I mean, its second opening is better than Go Busters 2 opening, I will say that. And we also had, we had stuff from the comics because, that's under Hasbro. Hasbro was more lenient with the rules of the comics because they didn't have to follow the Saban Bible. We had all the Power Rangers on Netflix.
So what about the toys? How many toys did we get?
Well, basic toys, like maybe 30, 40, maybe. I don't know. But Lightning Collection figures, we got like over 100. So that's pretty good. Over 100 plus figures, that's pretty good. Also, the big
What about the quality of the Lightning Collection? How would you say the quality of
They're good. They're flawed, but they're good. They're good. I mean,
flawed.
They're flawed.
Now Hasbro designed those very controversial like Cosmic Fury suits. And that's perfectly fine.
They're fine. They're fine. I think
What about
the
the
internet was
Morpher?
overreacting.
Was the Cosmic Fury Morpher and Mech they released also pretty good?
They were all right. They're okay. I mean, not the best toys.
You're
I mean,
deep
we've had
breathing.
worse.
Now, would you say that Hasbro putting Power Rangers on Netflix and then the entire deal just falling through the cracks was kind of just like trying to put a horse out of its misery because of how bad Saban treated it?
Absolutely. It happened.
So it was a mercy killing. Okay.
Yeah,
It was a mercy kill. Yeah.
They did Old Yellow. They did an Old Yellow kill with the Power Rangers. They took it out back and shot it. Yeah.
So, what were some good seasons that you really enjoyed in the Saban?
Out of all the Hasbro Saban seasons, out of all 2 of them, all 3 of them, you should say.
Yes, all 3 plus once in a
technically
wish.
3.
All 3 plus 1 special. I want to say Beast Morphers was pretty good. Because we finally got some resolution to Power Rangers RPM.
You know what the worst thing is? I kind of have to agree with him. He's right. Beast Morphers.
I have to agree with that as well. Beast Morphers was one of my. I liked.
I wouldn't say it's like my
Beast as well.
favorite. But
I
it's
like the
pretty good.
suits. I like the
Yeah, it's
suits.
pretty
I've
good.
never seen the show.
The story's pretty good.
If
towards the
you've
end.
seen Go Busters, you've
Story's
seen the
pretty
Beast.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
So Hasbro's been doing really good with marketing though for Power Rangers too, right?
Like their comics, right?
Yeah,
They've
they
been
cut. Yeah.
marketing the hell out of Power Rangers. I see it
No,
everywhere.
absolutely. I mean, they've been marketing like crazy. I mean, the guy who runs the Twitter is obviously on extended leave. That's why they haven't been marketing enough. But when they first came around in like 2020, they were very, very marketing, very posting. They were posting memes and shit posts, and then that person, I guess they forgot the login details because they kind of stopped that after a while. So that's so that's why.
Extended vacation,
The
you said,
two-face
right?
authentication's weird, obviously.
Yeah.
Now, how come every time I go to a store and go to like the toy section, I see all the other Hasbro properties in the toy section, but I don't see Power Rangers? Like, how's Hasbro been like the best thing?
I think that's your store's fault. They're not ordering enough stock.
Okay, that's.
Let's go.
Okay.
Very on brand.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go, Ash. Well done.
That's how you play the game. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good shit. So is it Nexus next or Zio?
Yeah, we'll do Nexus
God.
next.
Oh god, I'm not ready. Please give me a good one.
Oh god, Ash, that was great.
Thank you. I might have to clip that.
Oh fuck.
The best suits in Rayma are over demon. Oh my god, this is perfect. This is perfect.
This is so good for you. Go.
This
Go.
wheel has been key. This wheel has been great.
Go for it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I got the timer
let me
going.
just
Go.
pull it up
Go.
Let me just pull it up really quick. All right. So people say that Over Demons is based off the demon suit. Now, Demons was Hiromi's suit, and we can all say that Hiromi was one of the best characters in Revice. So because of it, for the Over Demons to be able to be another variant of the demon suit, that's why that's one of the aesthetics. And also the combination of using the demon's base suit and then having to put Veil, because we also know that Kamen Rider Veil is also one of the best characters because
no. The reason why this is structured that way is because Over Demons is the set points. We're not going back. It's literally Over Demons set the standard, and everything after Over Demons is what you're defending. You don't go back.
Of Over Demons, like Get Over Demons, Scare Over Demons.
The Demons Troopers.
And we could also say one of the helmets is really cool because of how the light blue aesthetic, and then with the orange of at the left side. And
would you say the coloration for the whole suit matches each other?
I think it matches because with the red and blue, and then also with the brown aesthetic, because of the warm colors. I'm trying to protect this. I'm suffering currently, and then also with the Kuwagata area of how that was also a reference to the Over Demon Troopers and how they used it. That's also another nice element.
I need to ask you something important. In how many ways is this suit better than Holy Live?
I think, Holy Live was very basic because Holy Live only had 2 colors, but then this one has more variety with the different colors of red, blue, the green.
Better than Evolti Live too, right?
And then also how like Over Demons can be used 4 variations. So it has the like the 4 variants of the wing, the scorpion legs, and then the claws and the legs. So
Over Demons is better than Deathstream. Why?
Yeah.
I think it's better because also Deathstream, like, it has a very heavy top because it has a very bulky top with the 4 like pins and needles on the top. When the Over Demons is like more of a sleeker, and also with the side element, on the right hand side with the fly element. I think that's because since it acts almost like a scarf, to me that's cooler than the Deathstream suit.
All right, so this is Over Demon suit and its variants. So explain to me how the Demon
Kamen Rider or
Troopers
Teika?
are much better than Kamen Rider Sentry. I just can't I can't fathom the thought. But here you are defending this take. How are the Demons Troopers and Kamen Rider Ortega, because that's an Over Demon variant?
that is.
How is that superior
Better than Sentry?
than Sentry? Yes.
I think it's because of the military elements, because of how it's supposed to be able to, since it's supposed to have multiple of them. So I think the military vest and also the colors work better, and also having with the Demon's Driver than Sentry, when Sentry had sort of like, it did have the futuristic type, but I think, yeah, it just sort of didn't work with the neon colors compared to like the more focused.
But how are they better than Metal Cluster Hopper?
Wait, hold on.
This is Reiwa. This is Best Suits in Reiwa.
Oh fuck! I was limiting.
This is Reiwa.
I could go all out here. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, that's why I gotta ask. Next,
we can compare it to this.
Yeah, just this, because I gotta set like the standard so I know where you're at with forms. What's your favorite form in all of Reiwa right now? Like your favorite, number one, nothing can top it.
Huh?
Like, what's your favorite form right now?
Yeah, what's your favorite form in Reiwa?
If someone's like, well, what's your favorite form? Like, number one, the suit is like perfect.
And you got to commit to this bit.
Shit. 02, I think.
No, you're not committing to the bit.
Well, no.
Why is
over? No. Listen. Then why is Over Demons?
I had to commit to the bit. Oh fuck. Okay.
Well, no. Yeah. Now you got to tell me why Over Demons.
Then it would have to be Over Demons. Yeah. Then it has
why is it better than 02?
Why is it better than 02?
Because as I said, I think the different colors of variations with the brown, red, blue, and gray.
No,
I think that's, and then also the brown like strap and the tube, like the tubes that are like going across the chest piece. That's also a really cool element, as if it's like attaching to the Over Demons.
So explain to me how is Get Over Demons an improvement on Over Demons?
Wait, what to Get Over Demons?
You're dirty for
that. Have you not seen Get Over Demons?
It got louder than I thought.
I think Get Over Demons is better than Over Demons, because Get Over Demons had the changing color of the wasp aspect on the right arm from orange to the silver, and I think it looks much cooler. And then also with the orange chest plates, and then also the eyes changing from yellow to blue is really nice, and how they changed the orange aspect to silver as well.
So how is this also better than Kamen Rider Male?
How is it also better than Kamen Rider Evil Superform and Kamen Rider Demon Superform from the V Cinema movies?
Oh, you mean
I think it's very much better, because the Evil Marvelous and also Live Marvelous, everyone, we can all say that the pink aesthetic with the Live and Evil suit is just doesn't work.
Really? I really like the pink aesthetic.
Oh god, I forgot how bad Get Over Demons looked.
Oh,
I just looked it up. It's been a while.
No, I had to Google it as well.
Oh yeah, that's a bad
yellow aesthetic is just clashes with Live's suit, and also the undersuit with Evil, and also the pink trunk that's in front of Evil's helmet is really weird when the Get Over Demons the Beetle side piece, the silver orange side piece, I think that's better. And then with the Hiromis like Imperial Demons, the cape wasn't necessary. Like, I don't like the cape, and also how the web is like now covering the whole entire helmet.
Defend this suit. Please defend this
defend that suit.
Defend this suit.
I've
been defending it. That's what I've been trying to talk about.
I can't.
I also need to ask you this. So
this is over. Can I stop?
One final question. Wait. You know what?
It's
Never
giving me
mind. I'll be
diarrhea.
nice. I won't ask that
Can
question.
I stall because like
Yeah, you
oh
can
my
do
god. Oh, holy shit, whatever I said, no. Okay,
I
that's a
do
drink.
clip of that.
I'm
In
drink.
every
so
way.
I give you credit for defending it because like I would have been like
that's rough.
pass. I would have been pass. Like I can't. There's certain
All
things I
right,
can't
let's see what I
defend.
get. Hopefully, it's something that I can actually talk about.
Oh my god.
There's an
That
MCU
was
one
so
in
rough.
there.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Julio is like peak for sure.
Oh, you jinxed it,
Would it be
Mark.
STBD?
Oh wait, no.
So
Nexus-
so Netflix pulled out of Power Rangers because they knew they peaked
I'm
with
so
Cosmic
sorry,
Fury.
sorry.
Cosmic Fury was definitely like the best content that Netflix has seen in eras. It was in the top 10s. When the show dropped, that shit was in its top 10s. Y'all know it. If y'all went into Netflix back when Power Rangers Cosmic Fury was airing, you know that week it was out. It was in the top 10s. Blew it up. Numbers like you've never seen before. Numbers. Moment I saw those numbers, came up to me, tears in their eyes, going like, "This
What
is
are those numbers, yo?
This is the greatest show that's on Netflix right now."
What are those
Can I
numbers?
ask you those numbers, yo, please? Because
High.
what are these numbers that I've never seen?
High.
Those are
Too vague.
high
Give me a
numbers.
specific
They're very
number.
high numbers.
Are you sure?
Now-
Too vague.
Sure?
Excessively high
So-
numbers.
Would you say that because the show was only got cut from 20 episodes to 10 episodes was strictly because it was so good
Exactly.
that Netflix couldn't handle
couldn't
for 10 more episodes?
They couldn't handle it. It was too crazy. The budget was through the roof already, and they had to condense it down. Also, which was another thing because they were like, this thing's kind of like hitting cosmic levels of budget, but we got a game plan for this because, I already forgot the name of this guy, like the Ranger whose arm got tucked into his shirt.
Javier.
But
Javier? Oh yeah, no, it's Javier. Yeah.
Also, quick question: How is
Wait.
this like the best thing to ever air on Netflix of all time? Like, how has there been no other Netflix show that has ever reached these heights?
It was too good. It was so good that Netflix was just like, we can't.
Give me a list. Give me a list of other shows that are inferior to this show.
Cobra Kai.
Oh really? Did Cobra Kai
all of Cobra Kai? All of Cobra Kai is trash compared to Cosmic. It's trash compared to Cosmic
with a
Fury.
straight face and look me in the eyes when you do it.
Cobra Kai is hot garbage. It wishes it was Cosmic Fury.
All right, listen, I don't want him to finish this list. I have an important question. Name every Ranger in Cosmic Fury. Not by color, by actual name of the character.
Their name. And I already gave you Javier for
No, and don't touch your keyboard either.
There is
Come on. let's start with color. Let's start with red. What's the red one?
What's the red one?
There's the Zenith Ranger.
What's
his name? What's his name?
That's their name.
You're putting me on the spot after drinking 2 drinks.
What's the Gold Ranger's name? Or yellow, I guess. I don't know.
Why are they such weird names?
What do you mean such weird
names?
names? I can name them right now.
Yep. No.
I already forgot, honestly.
Ion, Izzy, Zato.
Look, I binged all of Cosmic Fury in a single day, and part of it was while showering. I had the episodes playing at 2 times speed because I had to consume all the content was just immaculate. It was there.
Like, you'd have
it was
2
great.
seasons of Dino Fury before that to learn their names, though.
So those
and you know what? I skipped those.
So out of curiosity, so the Cosmic Fury suits were better in every way than, of course, their predecessors, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Are they better than?
Can you explain in detail if you don't mind? How?
Are they better than what?
The previous suits that came before.
What about
the Q Ranger? What people were hoping that they were going to get?
Yeah.
No, so if we're talking about the Ryu Soldier suits, that was the thing. They already used them in Dino Fury. But if you're talking about the Q Ranger suits that everybody was hoping that they were going to get over here, that's just a bunch of space garbage. I don't like those suits. I'm not a big fan of them suits.
But how is it better than the other ones?
Because this one at least added in the muscular texture that you would normally see in action figures, which, by the way, we did not get because those action figures would have been peak. But we didn't get them because, trying to put that articulation in there was just too much for them.
So you're saying these suits had better articulation?
Yes.
Than
yes.
The previous ones? How would you say that? Explain.
Because when you're built like a Dorito, it just crunches and pops, and it just sets a whole different levels of standards in there. I will also say the amount of CG in this show was amazing, and it put Sentai to shame when it comes to the mech fights that we got in here.
Okay.
Fight
Well,
was
speaking of,
amazing.
why are
So
these
the
suits
CG's
so
better
much
than
better than
Kyojin.
anything that we've gotten from Toei with Super Sentai? Why are these suits better than anything from Toei?
Well, first of all, I'm just gonna say, have you seen the Zoo Oger suits?
Mm-hmm.
It's better than those. It's
Yeah.
better than the base Zoo Oger suits. So you can.
I need to talk to you about the CGI because you were raving about the CGI. Explain to me how the CGI here is better than
Where
-1.
I check out.
It's better than -1. Oh, it's absolutely better than -1. Much better than -1. You want the sheen on the mechs? Like I saw that. I got like flashbacks to like Xbox One, Xbox 360 era. You know when they added in all those bloom effects into video games, and you were like, "This is peak 3D." All that bloom all over the place. We were getting it here. They took the CG that we saw in the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers film. You know that very glossy, very glass mirror type texture, and amped it up to like a 37. And we're like, here you go. And I was like, thank you, Netflix. This is what the budget is going to. Nom 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 nom. This is delicious.
Better
Give
than
me
mine.
more.
That's your time.
wait,
That's your time. I
we
cannot
should
listen to
stop
any
it.
more of this
That's
bullshit.
it. That's it. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
No, but
Really
you
gonna bring
should- you should
-1 into
mention
this?
about Ollie. About Ollie being
Ollie was like the only
evil.
name in my head, and I was just like, but he was the
He's
bad
the only
guy.
one I forgot. Honestly, I remember.
He was the guy that became evil and then went back to good.
Yeah.
which-
That's where I knew I was
me.
gonna get you. It was like name all their names to defend how great. This show is.
Here's the thing, Mark.
You
I
can't
could have
name the
gotten
names.
that except for Ollie. I would have failed at Ollie.
Like, if he
But yeah,
couldn't name
commit to the
names,
bit.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
All right,
we're
so
back to Mark now.
yeah, so we're back to Mark.
Oh god.
this
I
is
hope it's the MCU one,
painful.
whatever that
This
is.
is very painful.
His turn, is it?
Don't forget to get a mulligan.
Wait, the same ones are still there. I see the Go Buster.
No, I got to remove that
Okay.
Go Buster one.
You know, I'm a pass because I don't even know.
Shiba
who
Takaru
that
is
is.
just Diet. Oh, Jade and
This is
Shiba.
Shinken Red.
The main characters of Shinken.
I haven't seen Shinkenger, so I can't, or the Power Ranger.
All right, so this is
I'll
your
use
one
my
and only mulligan,
I'll use my
so
one mulligan.
it stays on the wheel.
Damn, I don't want to get that one.
Oh god, I thought I was gonna have to freaking defend it.
Gottschalk doesn't have enough forms. Oh my lord.
Oh, this is easy. All right. Do you know how many Chemi cards there are in this goddamn show? A lot. I think there's at least 50 of them. And I have all of them. And when you think about pairs and twos, we could literally have thousands of forms. You know how when people are like, oh, there's this many core metals and O's, we can have this. No, Gachard could have more. And you know what? It doesn't have enough. It deserves more. We need 5 forms per episode because we need something good to watch on this show. It's not going to be the story or the acting. It's going to be the forms. I want, by the end of the show, 200 forms.
But the budget is already so low. What happens when you throw in 5 forms per episode? Are we legit going to get cardboard cut out? Gotcha.
Listen. You know how much money you make off of TCGs? What's the price point I'm printing up cards? They're making so much money that they can afford to give us 50 more forms in the next 7 episodes.
This is Toei. This is Toei we're talking about.
No, you know how many, look at Saber.
They can afford it. Are they going to spend the money? No.
Yes. They just can repurpose, spray paint some of those Saber forms. Oh, look, it's a Dragon Chemi with a water fountain. Done. Another form. Oh, you want another form? Okay, we're going to take this train over here. We're going to combine it with wheels. What's it going to be called? Training wheels. Boom. Done. Another form. Non-stop forms. Wait. That worked.
That improv line, that's 10 out of 10 right there.
Oh, thank you. Oh, if only Gachard was that good with the writing.
Good shit.
That was brilliant, Mark. That had everything.
I have a binder full of cards. I can pull out any 2 randomly, and we could be like, "Oh, look, another form." We can have there's just not enough because when you think of Pokemon, right? Let's go to Pokemon here. How many are there? They start off 151. Wow.
Yep.
Then 200. Now there's 800. Why aren't there 800 forms?
There's over 1,000.
There's over
Yes,
1,000.
I know, but
There's over
listen,
that
if we go
1,000.
into, and then we got to talk about shinies and we got to go to freaking mega evolutions, but we don't want to get into that because if they gave us more forms of mega evolutions of chemis in this,
It'd be over.
I'm just saying we need at least 765 forms in Guitar because it does not have enough right now.
Why is
I
You
it
know how
so
many
much?
episodes this
figures
show's
right here.
supposed to have?
Mark,
Yeah,
that
50.
they would air more. That would be more forums than there'd be time to air show.
Dude, that's
Which
funny.
honestly
that's
might be a
funny.
positive. I'm not gonna
No,
agree.
remember the
I'm not gonna
Pokemon
disagree.
rap? Remember the Pokemon rap where they name them all? They just name all the forms at the end of every episode.
But we got a Chemi rap already in Godchard, and it sucks.
No, that doesn't count. It's not. Yeah, that's because it didn't have enough
Doesn't
forms for it to be
count.
good. If there was more forms, it would have been better.
Oh,
Because
maybe
we don't have
maybe it
enough
would have
forms,
flowed
we
better.
don't have enough going. I need more.
But you know but that's more Sotos for you to buy.
That's fine. They already stopped at wave 6. They're just not releasing a lot of them
So
Then what's
that's
the point of
you would
having all
buy
these forms if they're not
700
big
plus
enough?
Sotos.
because that's fan service forms. They're not. Toei's not in it for money. Toei doesn't like money. They're doing this for the fans. They want fans to just see as many Gachard forms as possible. Daybreak,
right
Nightbreak, Windbreak, like all of them. Backbreak. It looks like Bane or Batman, depending on what side of the coin you are for that comic. There's a lot. Toei cares about us. It's for free. They're just giving us the forms. They don't want to make money.
Okay, you got me with Toei cares about us. Such a shit. That's the biggest fucking lie you could have ever fucking said.
Yeah. And I said it with a straight
Oh
face.
my God.
I deserve credit.
Oh
That
my
hurt,
God.
like right here, it kind of gave me like, gas a little bit, but
Wow. Oh.
I didn't even get into the whole spiel of how they kit bashed like 6 episodes into the show, and they could just keep kit bashing.
Could you imagine
like,
the same thing? Just spray paint. Eventually, like the paint's gonna chip. You'd see the different layers of paint.
it's the real Rainbow Gachard. It's just all the different layers of paint chipping away.
Oh my God.
That sucked. I didn't like
All
that.
right.
I wanted to
Well, at
come
least
Toei.
you did better than the first one you got. So now, Cloudy, it's your turn.
Ooh.
Cody went for a little bit.
Wait, did he dip?
Yeah, he dipped a little bit.
Oh no!
Son of a bitch, that's what I want. Damn it.
So this is Cody's one, right? MCU post Endgame.
This would be
Toku
Cloudy's
genre.
one. Yes.
Oh, that is so easy to defend too.
But he's gone. He's gone now.
Cloudy.
Should we just spit again?
Just copy and paste.
I mean,
it to make sure.
this is a good pick, so I'm just gonna keep this
All
for,
right. Keep
for when
on
he
the
comes
back.
back.
I'm back.
But-
I had to get back
okay.
at you.
Cody,
Okay.
you're back. Okay.
This is your take. This is your take.
MCU's post
believe
Endgame
in
is Toku done. Oh my fucking god!
Y'all better not let me ask you questions, Cloudy, because I'm gonna break you so easily.
Okay, so of course, post Endgame, we got to talk about where it all starts with what was it? The what was it? The Arrow, fucking Hawkeye
Eternals.
show. The Hawkeye show. That was right after Endgame, if I'm correct. And
That was one division, I think.
how could we not have like a better passing of the torch, much like in, from Red Sentai to Red Sentai, then former Hawkeye to the next generation of superhero who's coming in, doing their job, trying to, do what they did, but better or enhance and improve upon it. Just like, we have She-Hulk coming in to also represent her cousin, the Hulk, and be that superhero to represent strong, independent women who feel in their own right, and also just to show that other people can replace these pre-established heroes that we've had. Because back in Endgame, we lost Iron Man, we lost Cap. They're removed from the picture, and we had to replace Cap. Originally, we had what's his name?
Bucky.
Bucky, but then Bucky said that shield's too heavy for him, so he gave it to Falcon, and then Falcon became the new Cap. And of course, that another handoff to the next generation, much like Sentai does, and the next generation carries on their torch and title to do better eventually. Now, as far as Blue Beetle, that was MCU, right?
No, no, that's
No,
That
it
is
wasn't.
DC.
No, it
All right,
wasn't.
Cloudy. So you kind of get. I think you have your MCU kind of messed up. So everything after Endgame is supposed to be Toku done right. So I'm going to compare the same time frame. When you look at a show like She-Hulk or Echo, even, how do you think those? They're so short, 6 episodes. Their storytelling was so good. From a storytelling standpoint, why are they better than Saber?
Well, you see, unlike Saber, at least they shows like She-Hulk's main villain enjoyed their position as being the main villain of their show and didn't just want to depressingly write
Wait,
out
what,
the.
what was that? What was that main villain again?
It'll come to me eventually. I'll think about it. I'll think long and hard about it.
So you mentioned passing the torch. Men's the villain.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean, close
man
enough.
themselves.
Their gender. You mentioned passing the torch a lot, which is fine.
Of course.
So with you bring up Sentai, like passing the torch. You know, it's cool. It's cool. But how do you feel about Eternals from a Toku standpoint, from their suits and their costumes being so good, to that great CG and how just great it did with all of us fans? So
much like in Saber, much like Saber and how each individual swordsman had their own role to fill and their own abilities in their teams, every single member of the Eternals was vital in their own very key, important part.
No. All right, really quick. Name 2 fucking characters in the Eternals movie.
I can't, Mark. I can't. That movie was so boring.
No, taking it back to Eternals real fast. How do you feel about the consistency in the fact that how they've addressed the fact that, you know, Earth has a hand and a head coming out of it in subsequent films of the MCU post Eternals, compared to the storytelling of, say, you know, Takahashi's work in Geats?
Well, much like in Takahashi's work in Geats, every single aspect of intrigue or interest that could lead on to further narratives, plot structures, and potentially in-depth character moments have been dropped, much like in that Toku.
Right,
now, would you say?
I gotta take my hat off like the Undertaker before a WrestleMania match for the next question. Cloudy, what are these shows doing from a Toku standpoint better than what we're getting from Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and Ultraman and Garo? What is MCU doing right?
Representation. I have not once seen a brown Kamen Rider.
We're about to get one.
Yeah, we're about to get
the chocolate.
The chocolatier.
Out of suit.
We did.
What about Ben and Mark?
Yeah.
We didn't see him transform. Don't count. You didn't see him transform. Don't count.
Oh, got me there.
We didn't see him change. We didn't see him get a suit. Let me see him transform. Then I'll count it.
Had a driver.
All right.
I didn't think you were going to be bold and pull the representation card.
I will do it. I gotta do what I gotta do, Mark.
I was like,
Mark, I gotta do that.
And then I'm like,
I gotta go there.
Now, what would you say that, you know, Aquafina's character in Shang-Chi shooting that arrow and hitting that dragon is better than Sabimaru taking down Dredd in the latest episode of Gachard?
I would say that they are at least comparable and on par with each other.
This isn't fair because he's a VTuber,
so
he doesn't have to make eye contact with us.
I'm not even looking at you guys. So as Aquafina, she is gaining. She much like Sabimaru is facing her own inner demons represented by that dragon and shooting them with that bow that she had years of training with. I mean,
didn't she just get like 2 days of training?
Years of training.
Two days of training.
Years of.
Are you
off screen?
They had the hyperbolic time chamber in Shang-Chi.
Yes, absolutely, of course. And then, of course, we had Sabimaru. He slashed, representation of inner conflicts with his brother in turmoil. But Aquafina be a very metaphysical adaptation of that dragon.
Why are we talking so much about Aquafina right now?
Okay, I think we should move to
Oh,
the next
sorry,
one.
the character in
Like,
that
there's a lot
movie,
more
not-
in the MCU. Like, there's other stuff we can use to stump Cloudy.
I think
It's
the
2
biggest
minutes.
takeaway that I have is Cloudy saying that Sabimaru beat diversity. So
Yes.
I know.
Oh God.
Without
I'm not saying that.
transforming and just a tablet.
Now listen here. They're both on equal footing.
Mm.
You know,
Okay.
both of them being powerless, have no special abilities, but you know, still yet again against all odds, logically and or soundly, have defeated a threat much larger than that.
So why is the ending of Thor: Love and Thunder, you know, with all the kids getting the power-ups, like the best thing, like just beats Toku outright?
So,
So,
what happened
Zio,
for Fun Drive and watch
I
that?
would take 1,000 Thor: Love and Thunder endings before I would ever take another what is it? Go ending again.
No,
Come on, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Listen.
That's right. You're sipping that drink.
no, that's still like the worst fucking piece of shit ending.
So you would rather the Go ending would never remain and everything?
Because I'm actually invested, but still.
So, Cloudy.
Yeah.
It seems for some reason Aquafina and Shang-Chi has been brought up enough. Is there any specific reason why you want, when we have to compare the MCU to Toku, there's a reason why you would pick Shang-Chi out of everything to compare it to Toku?
I did not pick Shang-Chi to repair it, actually.
But you've talked a lot
did.
about it, so I'm just curious. I didn't mention Shang-Chi at all, actually.
You said I'll compare Aquafina shooting the dragon, much like Chisabi.
I did not say that. That is not
sorry,
me.
that was Zio who brought that.
I'm just asking you directly. Is you?
I know where you're going with this question, and I think you're leading.
Leading what?
I know where you're going with
I'm
this
leading
question, Mark.
you.
So
I'm
go
leading
ahead,
you to
ask the question, Mark. Ask the question. Be that man.
Why do you
ask
compare?
That question.
Why do you compare Shang-Chi to Toku so much?
Because like Toku, Shang-Chi is very much live practical effects and action, much like Toku is.
Man, the way the
You're telling me
rings
that's not
just spun around, you know,
That is the later half.
those practical effects that they did for that one,
Hold on.
Jesus.
There were no.
You're talking about the end of Shang-Chi, towards the end, much like Toku, which has their own sets of CGI, but majority of them, majority action, is hand-to-hand practical effects, practical martial arts, real in-suit fighters as well.
I have to, yeah. No, because
What has better
Shang-Chi
writing, the
Oh,
Marvels
God.
or Saber?
Now the Marvels, with that cat that's brought up every like 2 seconds. I don't remember there being a cat in Saber. I don't think they ever brought it up. What happened to that blue lion thing? They never brought it up again.
Should we get
So
Miss
Miss Marvel
Come on.
is
All right.
clearly a better character than any villain in Saber.
Okay, Cloudy. One has to retire, Inoue, or the writer of She-Hulk, and they can never write ever again.
Now
No,
I don't understand.
Now I'll do one better. Takahashi or the writer of She-Hulk. One of them has to retire.
So I've suddenly been volunteered to be taken to the back and put down mercifully like Old Yeller.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. We'll end Cloudy's take on that.
Yeah, I give you credit.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Cloudy.
Hey, listen, I fought.
You tried. You
I
tried.
also have
hard.
to take
Oh,
away
boy.
credit because you know what was a part of the MCU post Endgame? Spider-Man freaking.
Yes, the fact you
No
didn't
Way
bring up
Home.
the
Yeah.
good
All you
one.
had to do was
Guardians of the
bring down-
Galaxy
or
3.
Guardians. That's all you had to bring up. Those two would have swept it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just like play those cards. I wanted to like because I knew what you wanted. I knew what the
You didn't think about it. You didn't think.
no. Like
But
you
I
think I
wanted.
wouldn't think about Homecoming?
All right, Ash,
No, not
you're up
Homecoming.
next.
All
No
right.
Way
Let's
Home.
see if the wheel favors you once again.
Ugh.
Please.
Oh, you.
Superhuman Samurai is an underrated classic.
I'm gonna sit out.
Look, I've never seen superhuman samurai, but I'm sure it is a golden gem amongst the Toku fandom and pop culture. I mean, I haven't seen a single episode, but I feel like because no one talks about it, it's so good. I mean, like I said, I don't even have to watch it to tell you how good it is. Nothing.
Tim Curry's in it, and I have no rebuttal for Ash.
Okay, if Tim Curry's in it. If Tim Curry's in it, then yeah, it must be good. Everything's good with Tim Curry in it. I mean, Wild Thornberries. I mean,
now look, this came out around the same times as Power Rangers, and if I recall correctly, the content that you provide is Power Rangers related and not Superhuman Samurai related. So why is that?
Because I feel like
I see what you did there.
Oh God!
I was like, that's so did. He did it.
Here's my announcement. I am starting my Superhuman Samurai channel. That's going to be nothing but
I'll put it in drive for you, Ash. I got it. I'll put it on drive for you.
All right.
Dude, it's tough to like bullshit. It's actually underrated. I think it's actually a really good show.
You could have just said like, because it had one season, there wasn't enough content to milk out of it. You could have literally just said that.
I couldn't cheat and do research while I was debating.
Well, obviously, there's a reason you didn't hear about it because there's only like one season of it.
Oh boy,
it's legit not a bad show, honestly. Like this is very easy to defend. Like. It was actually underrated. It wasn't bad at all. Like, it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know the guys in the Discord have been watching it, and they've been like killing themselves over it. So,
oh no, it didn't age well at all. Like I'm going to tell you right now, it's 90s as fuck. So, like,
to be fair, Gridman also only had one season, so they didn't have much that they could use.
Oh, that was the Gridman. Oh, okay, Superhuman Samurai. Okay,
yep.
With the kid that was like. We had like two other brothers that like all like were actors.
Yeah.
He ended up being on Boy Meets World later on in life.
Yep, that's where I mostly knew him from. So yes,
that's what I know.
Because he was Sean's older brother in Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
See, I know their names in Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World is peak. No one can shit on Boy Meets World. I mean,
absolutely not.
Great show.
All right, next is you're up next.
Oh boy. Give me something good. Like
give me something good.
I don't know. I want that ASJ one so bad for some reason.
Oh god. Okay. So Jiro was the best addition to Dawn Brothers because not only did he had one form. No, he needed to get more forms. So he got two forms. And he was able to get the evil side of the white tiger and also his dragon side. And was able to kick ass with both forms. And then also him able to save his oh my god, I forgot everything. Able to save his like childhood friend. And also those moments where he would just kick ass, and also,
So he's the best addition to a Sentai team ever, like the best sixth out of any other definitely. Like sixth Sentai that has ever joined the squad. He's that guy.
How is he better than Barai or even Jeremy?
He beats Kyuranger Oho Soldier. He definitely beats Kyuranger Oho Soldier. Also, what is it? Guy in Zoojer.
How does he beat Time Fire as well?
Yeah, Time Fire. Does he beat Time Fire?
I haven't watched Time Ranger, so I cannot argue to that point.
Now the thing is, I know you watch King Oger, and I would say Jeremy's introduction was probably like some of the best done in modern memory on there. It definitely shits completely on Jiro, in my opinion. So how is Jiro's introduction better than Jeremy's?
Who was also the narrator of the show.
Up to that point, yes.
I think Jiro's Jiro's personality is is so much better than Jeremy's, because Jiro's personality to be more uplifting, and also to the team's chemistry as well, because everyone in Dawn Brothers was like, Momotaro was a bit serious, but then he does have his funny points, but then for Jiro to be able to balance it out and have those conflicts with Momotaro, and then the duels between Jiro and Momotaro, those were peak.
They had duels.
They fought.
Yeah, what duels
When?
do they have?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Also when
What episode was that?
Jiro turned into the tiger form, and he took off all the glasses of the Dawn Brothers, and we're like, yeah, give me that shit. And then
No,
just
Actually,
pulled
he
off the
did not
glasses
turn
and
into the tiger
transported.
form. He did that in dragon form.
Well, anyways, yeah, but his moment when he took out the glasses, you're like, whoa, he just literally
So,
rips it off. Of
Other
their
question: what do you think
transporter.
about Jiro and his relationships, specifically his romance?
He's simping. Yeah, he's simping
With
with
his
his
girlfriend.
romance. It's very good because
But how can you simp
Because that's
if
the
they were
romance
never
that-
there to begin with? How can you have a?
He's just simping for his hand at that point in time.
Yeah.
but then also him wanting love, that shows his desperation of like wanting to be loved and being cared about for the team, and also his deep close relationship with that friend, even if she didn't
Rumi?
exist. But yeah, it was even though if Rumi didn't exist, the strong bond that they had together was so strong that it would even linger even when she's not there. Is very peak.
So the bond between him and his hand is stronger than anyone else's bond.
And also Jiro, something in Super Sentai, Jiro didn't have mummy issues, like no parent issues or anything.
He had daddy issues.
He had daddy issues.
Yeah, it's regular tradition to have
He
daddy.
had daddy issues. His dad was leader of the Juto.
Now, can you explain
that's
to
why
me
it's peak.
one inconsistency? When he becomes eventually fused and unionized as the one and only Norman Jiro, explain to me why his fighting style still differs drastically while in either form.
Because he has to retain both of those forms. Even though it's fused together, the two different styles still have to be retained in order to be able to combat different villains.
Why is Jiro such a dick that everyone hates him? Like even on the team.
Yeah. Please,
But
They hated him so bad they undid his
He's
transformation.
a character that you can hate. Like, we always have this one character that will be like, oh, for fuck's sake, like, I hate you, but yet you're doing, like, I like you as because of you being hated. He's that type of, like, character.
But he's not a villain. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Usually
But then having this type of character
villain,
in the,
but he's
but it's
the
a
same.
new change. It's a new change that even though he's not the villain, but having this type of character to be in a Sentai team and able to drastically change the mood of the team as well it shows a very big change to the norm, as we know that Dawn Brothers did change.
What
different norm of a
Sentais
Super
have you
Sentai
seen, by
team.
the way? I'm just curious. Have you seen Geki Ranger? Curiosity.
Yes.
So tell me how his arc as the sixth is better than Geki Violet's arc in Geki Ranger.
I have to stop. I can't do that.
They'll have a breaking point.
Oh god.
I'm sorry. I just
butchered
had to ask that question.
Damn.
I can't do that.
Wow. Okay. All right. Let me see
I
what I get.
bullshitted all of that, so I hope it gets all cutted.
Ooh.
That's the thing. It's like I gotta channel back to Kiva, which I have not seen since 2008. That's the thing.
One of my favorites. Let's go.
That's the thing. I have not seen this show since 2008. So, look, literally everything makes sense when it comes to Kiva. The timeline plot points that we got from 1986 up to 2008, the meetings Otoya has with the armaments that end up going to Kiva in the future, all that stuff. You know, there's side supplementary content. You know, when Inoue tries cooking, he puts it in novels. Now, this novel didn't go release because it was too explicit for it to properly come out there. But nope, a lot of this stuff was in the drafts. It was properly set aside, and they've got it. Like, it was definitely cooking when it came to like the side pieces. But Toei was like, look, we're on a tight production. We got to get Decade out here and shit like that. So just do what you can and sell these toys. And you know how Inoue typically cooks. He's like, fuck you, toys. What? Nah. Castle Dran, look, there's backstory, lore, implication regarding Castle Dran. And that little mini castle that showed up for like one episode, Boron Booster, one episode as well. Look, they all logically makes sense within the fundamentals of how this show gets established. See, all this stuff was made by Kivat the first Kiva. Now, we don't get them in the show or in any of the continuity, but once again, them novels that just never got properly released, it's in there. It's all in there. So I'm just saying, it all functionally works if you just get that. It's like, look, it's like George Lucas writing his sequel trilogy, dealing with the midichlorians specifically that never got properly released. He gave that shit to Disney, and they were like, cool, my man, we're about to use this. And they tossed it into the fire. That's how Inoue was with the scripting for how this show should have been. Just saying. I'll take questions.
So can you now explain to me, like, why the person who would inevitably become, what's it called? Ixa, sorry, I keep forgetting his name. It's the guitar player. Yeah, no, it's the other one.
Oh.
I always forget his name. Can you explain to me his motivations as to why he goes from being someone obsessed with his music, bright, cheery, to this depressing, very serious, borderline psychotic character? Explain to me his train of
thought. Power produces hunger.
Mm-hmm.
So that's literally it. It's simple.
No, it was because he was depressed that he couldn't play his music anymore.
Well, still. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Can you explain to me how Otoya goes from his in almost obsessive love for what's her name? I keep forgetting her name. Maya to then proceeding to, breaking up with her for, what later is then Wataru's mother.
Oh no! So yeah, Maya is Wataru's mother. So essentially, yeah, you're talking about. So look, sometimes the coochie is too strong. It's too strong.
Now let me speak. He's making good points right now.
Sometimes it's too strong. He was trying to hit it, but he quit it instead because it was just too strong. He couldn't handle it.
Okay.
But he saw that strange in the distance. And when you see some strange in the distance, especially when the light not be hitting it sometimes, you're just like, I gotta do it. I gotta get that Gavv right in.
So can you explain to me why does she still look young even though she gave up her Fangire powers and has not aged 22 years as she's supposed to?
Fang don't crack.
The Fang don't crack.
Fang don't crack.
I'm assuming she has a very, very rigorous facial regimen too. So
yeah, facial.
Yep.
Gotta open up the pores, little pore strips, the mighty patches.
Now explain to me the meaning of the Otoya dance. Why is its importance and relevant?
It was a cultural phenomenon that definitely fell in line with the CCB, the Coconut Boys. They had that very hit song in '86, Romantica Tomaranai. Look up that music video. It has not aged well by today's standards, but it is still amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they found some way to implement it in a background shot, and it just became so monumental in terms of you gotta remember, this is early internet era. The memes weren't properly there, but this was one of the earliest writer memes.
So would you say that Inoue's writing here was flawless in every way?
Absolutely.
There no inconsistencies whatsoever.
It was so good that he was like, I gotta take a break. They tried bringing him back for Decade. He did a little bit in Decade. He dabbled here and there, but he wasn't trying to do it full time. He was like, I need a break. I'm like,
so why does this show make more sense than Fies, would you say?
When they threw in the UFO
They have the
fangires
same
at the end,
director. Yeah, of course.
yeah, when they threw in the UFO fangires at the end, they set themselves up for proper sequel bait, the likes of which we have never seen before.
We don't.
Exactly, it's too good.
So, but
There's a reason why we haven't gotten like a Kiva continuation story arc, but they keep wanting to add more to the ending of Fives when they don't need to. But then again, here's Kiva going like, "We're giving you sequel bait," but everybody's like, "We can't handle that. That's a master class in storytelling." So but with Fives, they're like, "We got to do some other shit in here."
Would you say that the writer has never made any inconsistencies whatsoever throughout any of his writing career?
Shogeki Gao Raigan, that whatever the fuck that show. We don't talk about that one show. It's the one show we definitely do not.
Really?
That's a show that luckily is not on this wheel, but that is a show that cannot be defended.
You reminded me a lot of a third person that's like, listen, it was huge, it was amazing.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
great words, great story.
The best it ever was. Some would say that Kiva's got 34 felony counts, but I just see 34 awards and accolades that you just can't see because your mind has not been expanded.
See, the problem is I really like Kiva, so this hurts because Kiva had like insanely good. I'm not gonna gush over Kiva now. Logical.
I'm a Kiva fan, so I'm not even trying to rebuttal. I just like all those.
I love Kiva too, so this is kind of hard for me.
I'm like, yeah, talk more about Kiva.
From the music of Kiva to the acting of Kiva to the suits.
Kiva, so I don't.
But the lore standpoint, it's like yes, Kiva's got a lot of issues when it comes to that.
So. Oh, absolutely.
The lore, yeah, lore standpoint, but it's like
like why does it take Naga a whole like time traveling backstory to use his final form versus the other guy who can just do it?
And to be fair, when it comes to Inoue's writing, the only lore that ever actually worked for him was just Agito, and that was it. And even then, it was not fully utilized. It was just the most that was properly explained on the back end.
All right. But can you explain for me the paradox in Kiva? Why does it make sense? Because if Nago didn't go to the past to talk to Otoya, he would have never been able to use the suit in the future. So explain to me why everything would have played out normally if he had gone to the past or not.
It wouldn't have because Deno shenanigans.
Deno shenanigans.
Okay.
Deno exists within the Kiva universe. We already know that.
Mm-hmm.
So Deno clearly had some implications done in the past. We didn't see it. Once again, these are in the books, in these novels. They just were unreleased.
Right. Okay. All right, let's move on.
Nexus, don't you have to leave? Because I know you have to go on a dinner date.
No, it's
congratulations. Enjoy your dinner date.
It's not like that. It's family.
It's family lunch. Yeah. All right. So thank you. It's been a while since I've been on TokuTonic, and it was really fun tonight. And yeah, during the hot takes, that was painful.
All right, we'll do one more round of bad takes since it's already midnight.
We have to continue this later. This is fun.
Yeah,
we have to.
This is literally a fun game.
This. You got to bring this back.
This is a lot. This is a lot funner than I thought it was going to be.
Maybe once a month. This would be a great subject.
I want the ASJ one or the Godzilla X Kong one. I don't know either one of those are.
Anyways, really I'll catch you guys later. So
all right.
I think I know what the Austin St. John one is.
Oh, I do too, and I'm like, I could bullshit this. I'll do so good of a job, he'll hire me on as his manager.
He's explaining the shirts. Yeah, let's see if we can do that.
All right, Mark. Here we go. Hopefully, it does land on the Austin St. John one.
I hope it's not. I hope it's not on Super Sentai stuff because I'm not that. Oh my god!
It was so close. It was so
close.
I don't.
Dax was the best.
What's Operation Overdrive?
Oh god, you've seen that show.
No, I haven't. I stopped after freaking.
Oh my god!
Time Force, and then I didn't go back. Yeah.
All right, look, I'm gonna give you my skip.
Reiwa.
Oh, it's always so close to it too.
Oh,
Reiwa Kamen Rider is hidden better than Reiwa set. Oh my fucking god.
I've only seen Reiwa Sentai and a few OG Sentais, and oh god. I got
All right,
this.
let's see this.
All right. So I got one word for you. Henshin. That's right. Everything in Reiwa for Kamen Rider right now is all the transformations, the forms. Everything is so much better than Sentai. The writing is better. You guys see Don Brothers? Made no sense. You don't make sense? Revice. Revice makes sense. Up until Over Demons. But that's beside the point. Nexus isn't here to defend that. But everything about Reiwa Kamen Rider, from the characters, the acting, the OPs, the people they're picking to write this stuff. Okay? What has Sentai had? Weird robots that are people a part of the team instead of humans. Boring. Let's see. Unresolved parent issues where parents disappear into a other dimension and everyone's in gears. They reused the same gimmick for almost 3 years in a row. Stupid gears. It was boring and lame.
Now I'm gonna stop you right there because Reiwa is known for the family issues head to toe. Ain't no way you can bring like the family issues from Zenkaiger up into this mix when we got all of Reiwa dealing with either mommy or daddy issues.
Really? Saber? Family issues?
Yes, Trio Deep Sin. Toma was the daddy issues.
That's a movie. I'm talking shows only. I'm not talking movies.
Gento with his dad.
I'm saying Saber didn't have any family issues.
It did have family issues. What are you talking about?
Except for Buster being father of the year for how
wrong. Espada and his entire dad issue. Go on.
Shut up, Cloudy.
Oh yeah.
Stuff.
You think I was gonna let Zio cook, but I had to bring it up.
He ain't gonna cook. He doesn't like Saber. He can't cook.
I know. I know. But go on. Explain to me.
Look, Saber is better than Gotchard. Which, by the way, Gotchard. Where's Hotaro's dad?
No one knows. He's not even in the photo. It's blurry. We don't know. He's chasing his dreams. Just like my dream is that one day maybe Reiwa Sentai will be better than Reiwa Kamen Rider. We both have our dreams. His father has a dream he's trying to find. I'm trying to find mine, which is
Sentai. Now tell me this. Boom Boom Curry is weaker than Hotaro's cooking?
No, but the mom from Revice, her curry destroys Boom Boom Curry because she put the dumplings in it. And it was spicy.
Okay. All right. But then, in Don Bros, the cooking is so amazing that people are literally jizzing themselves up into the sky.
That's actually a rare form of food poisoning that only affects reproductive organs.
I need you to explain to me why the action in Osama Sentai King Oger is worse than the action in anything that we've gotten from Gotcha.
Okay, so with the green screen in King Oger, did you notice the shadows sometimes?
No.
Exactly. No shadows because it was a bad green screen. That's why their fighting was worse.
What about the choreography?
Choreography was all right, but Deathstream was Veil.
Now
I'll put that up against anything from Sentai.
Now the King Oger OST.
Would you say
the King Oger OST was weaker than the OST we got from Gotchard?
I would love to rebuttal that, but I have not watched enough Gotchard to know the whole OST yet, and the show's not over, so they may hit us.
You've heard one, you heard them all. Because Watch of Fire gets spammed so much.
It was. But no, they might hit us with a banger in 49 that could just change everything.
The whole OST.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
the whole OST.
Versus the whole OST of King Oger. Okay.
Yes. One good song.
Oh, that reminds me. So, this is probably no. I can't let him do this one. Okay.
Okay.
No, this one would probably break Mark. I don't want to do that.
No, go ahead.
No, that's fine.
So you're saying Kamen Rider Letter from Geats is better than Himeno on your Smash or Pass list?
Oh, why'd you get that last? Okay, listen. I would only. Why you gotta bring him into this, huh? Why you gotta bring my Smash?
So in terms
That's
of
secret. That's supposed to be told to the public. I would use my Fifth Amendment right to not answer that, honestly. Because I want to self-incriminate this on the internet. That's forever. The internet's forever.
So in terms of villains, explain to me why Saber's final villain is the best villain than anything in all of Super Sentai.
That's
explain to me
as a fellow. No, all of us here are content creators. We're all creative. You ever just hit that wall where you're just like,
why is he better than what's his name? Fucking Deathnock. Explain to me what that is.
Well, I was trying to, but you kept
interrupting me. Go ahead.
You're so scared I'm gonna cook you that you're just trying to throw me off. No, we're all creatives here. You ever just feel like, man, what I'm creating isn't good enough? It doesn't matter, and then you're just like, I just want to burn it all down.
That's not his motivation.
It's not his motivation. His
motivation is that it's already been done before.
I know. Well, like, you want to let me finish? Because, like, I mean, like, you're. I mean, Cloud, if you don't want me to answer the question,
go ahead, answer the question, please. I will stop interrupting.
All right. So, Deathnock, on their hand, is a bug. And I know you can think about, oppression, like all this real world stuff doesn't matter. Okay, because obviously he's still a bug at the end of the day. That's boring. That's boring to me. You ever seen 8-Legged Freaks? Ticks? Bugs have been done so much, played out. But someone who's just realizing nothing to do matters because everything's already been done and they just want to destroy everything, boom, that's a guy I can get behind. Everything has been done already.
Okay. So in terms of rivalries, would you say that Geets' rivalry to what's his name? Fucking the Buffa is better than Momotaro's Michinaga is better than Momotaro's rivalry to Senoi?
No, but because we're comparing all of Reiwa Sentai and all of Reiwa Kamen Rider, I will bring up Kenzin and DSAT.
They weren't rivals
because they were they were antagonists to each other. They were friendly rivals. That is a real thing. I will say that is better, and that's still a part of Reiwa Kamen Rider. I would say that the rivalry between Keiwa and Permanent Employment was a better rivalry. I would say the rivalry between living a normal life, or just being alive in general, and Keiwa's parents was a better rivalry.
Now hold on now, because you mentioned Keiwa and like his infinite job hunt, but
yes,
in Sentai we got Boom Pink that has all the part-time jobs in the world and still has time to fight aliens as Boom Pink, while Keiwa can't even find the time to hold down a job, making his sister have to take out a second job because he can't.
That's called being a strong, positive male role model. He's too busy showing everyone how tough it is to find a job that he actually doesn't. That's actually a job in itself. And his sister is such a loyal person. She's like, you know what? You are being so helpful for the world. You're a Kamen Rider. Even though I don't remember, and our parents are dead, and I kind of don't remember them dying, but I'm still going to work 2 jobs and pay for all this stuff. So you could just go out there and rider kick people.
I'm not told. Okay. All right. We'll move on to Cloudy. You can break character now, Mark.
Okay. Dude, how are you going to bring up him and all that?
The point is to get you to fail the bit.
I know. Yeah. That's like the number one thing that would work, too. Because I was like, oh, man, my Himino? Like, no, she's innocent.
Oh, yeah. What?
Oh, God, Thouser.
So Thouser's redemption arc made perfect sense. Cloudy, go.
Oh, wait. What?
Yeah, this is yours. You go after Mark.
Okay. So, Thouser, is this entire time... By the way, let's just establish him. A great character introduction. A nice, well-rounded villain arc. But, as we all know, in Kamen Rider, no villain can stay a villain forever, as they all need a redemption at some point. So, his his reason for villainy or his rise to do what he does comes from his inferiority of like his parents having these unreasonable expectations of him at as a young age, where he would bring hundreds A's every test, but his parents, instead of thinking of hundreds, were thinking he should be bringing home 1,000. I don't even know how that's fucking possible, but those were the expectations set for him. And faced with such undeterred, impossible uh, goals or expectations, whatever had in front of him, the only person he could turn to was his dog. Was his like stuffed dog figure for comfort. So when Zero Two and Haruto made that robotic dog for him, it reminded him of all the one thing that brought him joy in this world, and he thought, I don't need this. I don't need to be that guy anymore. I don't need to be that evil prick and bastard because now I have this dog in front of me. And it's taken all my stress and burdens that I've been bottled up for years away.
You think the weight of the privilege was just what was weighing him down? All that privilege he had as a child?
What do you mean all that?
I mean, who has a robot dog when they're a kid?
He didn't have a robot dog as a kid. He had a stuffed dog.
Yeah.
Or was it a robot dog?
Yes,
I don't
it was like the first model of the robot dog.
It was a cheap robot dog. It didn't talk.
It was the Sony Aibo, like the original model Sony Aibo.
Hey, listen, it's a cheap robot dog. Anyone can get one of those. It ain't that expensive.
Saw those.
I mean, you live in a world where people can hire living robotic androids to do their housework. I'm pretty sure technology was probably pretty cheap, like that.
Now, obviously, the main reason why we had this arc to begin with was because the audience wasn't testing too well. I mean, kids don't like a good villain. These kids don't understand, which is why they had to give this redemption arc. Do you think if the kids just butted out for a second, that guy could have just been like peak bad guy? Like not really bad guy, but like anti-hero.
No. I feel like this was always where his character destination was meant to arrive.
So Takahashi was cooking with this.
Yes, he was definitely cooking when he thought that this character that fit the typical like villain formula. He was like, no. We can't have this guy. This guy is just mean and evil for no particularly good reason. We have to bring him back because we need to make room for a proper, better villain in Arc.
So you think all that forgives all of the backstabbing kind of shady shit that he did after his introduction, completely like putting the Huma Gears in bad light and willingly doing this,
Absolutely not.
Some Huma Gears weren't brought back. I mean, and we're just going to forgive the guy for all that?
Absolutely not. I never said a character redemption. He must be truly redeemed for his sins. I mean, take a look at Raculus.
Redemption now.
Even though Raculus was redeemed for his went through redemption for his sins, he still
that's something I gotta add on here.
isn't treated as as if he was forgiven and absolved for all crime, as he does. You see him spend his days in prison, and neither is Guy, as he's working as a guest jockey slave for this higher end company that shows up out of nowhere.
So if Guy was so redeemable, why is he in Outsiders?
Well, as you know, the Outsiders has a mixture of protagonists and antagonists, as we have.
Why was he still working with Arc, though?
As you know, his desire to further technology would cause him to work for Arc in order to understand Arc. See him try to potentially, nurture Arc into working towards the greater good of humanity and mankind. Try to appease to his nature. Appeal.
So all of Guy's, like his character development thus far, there's no contradictory. It all just makes perfect sense in the way that it like ebbs and flows with his character.
Yes, clearly it flows beautifully, much like a stream with rapids. I mean, with
I was gonna go into some more outsider shit, but that's a whole different can of worms. So I'm not.
And I was gonna start getting into some of those other stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to go
That's
down.
not about God.
Yep.
And
It kind of goes into it a little bit, but it's like Takahashi can't cook.
Yeah.
But yeah, good. You committed to it. Good job, Cloud.
I'm in pain. It hurt. Every second of that hurt.
All right, let's see what Ash got.
there's another Hasbro one. This is rigged.
Yeah, this is a Power Rangers one.
Huh.
Oh, wait.
All right.
Fuck.
Maybe the biggest mini cupcake.
So there's different definitions of cake, right?
Nope.
Keyword is biggest cake.
Well, she baked probably the biggest cake off screen, maybe.
Hey, this is me. This is me. I gotta do this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, good luck.
Boon Pink has the biggest cake of Sentai out of all the Sentai because she got them cakes. I mean, it would put Jeremy's mum's cakes to shame of how big Boon Pink is.
No objection. Rebuttal. Wait, is this like Phoenix Wright? I'm gonna need a side by side view up on Exhibit A and B and Giat.
May we approach the bench? Like
yes. So you say Boon Pink's bigger than Jeremy's mom for her cake.
Yeah.
Why do you
I'm not
say
gonna lie, boys. I
How?
agree.
In what ways? In what ways? Is it total volume? Shape?
Yeah, it's the weight and the volume. I mean, it's got them curves.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. I'm good with this. I'm on board.
If the
How do you
curves
get the
were
hell
that
out
you were a flat earther, then I would completely
Yeah.
agree with you on that sense. But even within the context of this own show, what does Boon Orange have apparently that Boon Pink's superior to? In terms because if we're talking cake, even within the context of the same show, like Orange got the souffle.
I haven't even looked at the ass shots with Boon. I didn't even know this would be a topic.
Sometimes it just speaks to you while you're watching and you just don't notice.
Yeah. That's just right in front of me. It's not like that rogue shot from X-Men that everyone talks about. Unless they probably have done that.
It's because when Boon Pink does her roll call, they always go for like the ass shot of her from like down below, but there ain't nothing there to present to the crew.
I mean, you don't need to have something there to present. I mean,
but Boon Orange doesn't have to present just to get that side profile.
Listen, he got a BBL. We all know it. Clearly.
Look, there's different
Pink
sizes
does?
of cake. There's
No,
different
Boon
sizes of
Orange.
cake.
This Pink is supposed to be the biggest though.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's the biggest to me by heart. I mean, at least it's a human cake we're looking at, not Jeremy's mom's gross bug
Sononi.
cake ass we're looking at. Look, this is all the Sentai.
Yeah,
Sononi.
this is all a Sentai.
This is all the Sentai.
This counts the villains as well.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Now you're just like, oh crap.
No, the gears just turned in my brain, and I just
Because
realized.
I just thought of Car Ranger. I was like, oh.
You're getting a cake
No,
montage right
yeah,
now.
Think of all the photo books and the lack of Boon Pink photo book.
Wait a second. Oh wait, this
No.
includes Deca Ranger, Deca Pink, and also
This includes that chick.
wait, this
from,
also includes the Majiri. Oh god.
and the Ginga Man chick, even though she had front cakes. Oh my god! Like the gears just turned in my brain. I was like,
Now
You're just
you
like, I
gotta
can no
completely-
longer live a lie. I cannot defend this anymore.
no,
He
yeah,
just like, I'm mulligan now, please.
yeah.
You want to use your mulligan? Like to
Can
buy
I
a
use
vowel?
my mulligan now?
Okay, we can re-roll for you. Like
Yeah,
Okay.
I would too. Listen, I understand. See, now you're just like crap.
What is it? Is it one we've done? Kamen
This is a
Rider.
Kamen Rider one.
Kamen Rider is better without the bikes. Okay, so of course Kamen Rider is better without the bikes, because how often do they use the bikes? I mean, they only use the bikes in the earlier seasons because you had to have a hero on a vehicle. Sell the toys, you could say, a motorcycle enthusiast. And then as the seasons went on, there was less bikes because like bikes aren't cool anymore. No one cares about bikes anymore. And I can understand that Japanese laws are important because they can't film on bikes because of like the Yakuza and the biker gangs and stuff like that. And that's good because they're keeping of the people of Japan safe because they're filming Kamen Rider down the road. They hear the bike revving, so that puts the people on high alert. They're in defense mode. But without bikes, you don't have that. The citizens of Japan are safe, so they don't have to worry about anything. But again, when was like we've had a couple of bikes in Sentai, but how have we had more than one for like more than 5 episodes at least, or 10 episodes at least? I mean, the bikes are waving down. We don't need Kamen Rider with bikes anymore. Give them doom buggies, give them cars, give them segways. We don't need bikes anymore. I mean, riders can get around without bikes.
Really quick, you just said the keyword riders can get around without bikes.
Yeah, what's the point of them being riders?
Do you ride a car?
Yeah.
Do you ride a buggy? Or do you ride a bike?
No, that's true.
You drive a car. You drive a buggy. You don't drive a bike.
So doesn't that throw off their entire nomenclature?
So we're gonna call them common. We're gonna call it common Gachard.
We're just gonna call it common Gachard. Yeah,
common pedestrian.
Common runner. We're gonna call him common runner. That's what we're gonna do.
You do know that would translate to masked runner, which would also be like some kind of thief, potentially, and not a hero or protagonist.
Yeah, we're changing the game entirely. We're cooking.
They're villains now.
Also, really quick. So the Kamen Riders, they use motorcycles. Do you consider a motorcycle a bicycle?
It is a form of bike.
So it's like a subcategory. Okay.
Now Revice, they used actual bicycles.
And
fairly often
dropped in the basket.
Yep, they had the baskets. They were dropping it there. You're saying Revice would have been better had they not been riding those bikes, literal bikes.
What I hate is there's a saving grace here, and I don't think he's seen it. So can I just tell him about it? Can I just tell him about it?
Sure.
All right. No. So not every common rider is a common rider. In fact, one might be considered a common driver.
Oh yes. Thank you.
Yes, I see what you're talking about now.
What Kamen Rider drive? See, like
01.
Thank you.
But to be fair, within that same show, we still had Maha, who had a bike.
I haven't seen drive yet.
The primary rider became one with his.
That was the gimmick. This rider is a driver. That was the initial tagline when we got the promos for it.
But it's not a bike. It's not a bike.
Now, what if the Kamen Rider themselves was a bicycle? Would that mean the show would just get canceled? And you want Kamen Rider to get canceled?
Now, we've gotten this a few times already.
I mean, like they said, wasn't Kamen Rider canceled once before, and it managed to jump back. So we could get that.
I was saying about the bikes. We've gotten a few Kamen Riders that do transform into bikes.
Yeah, it's happened.
That's happened.
Laser, and
Laser.
Actually, mostly an X-Aid.
Yeah. So we could get that.
With Kamen Rider, if Kamen Rider is better without the bicycles, then you would also agree at the same level Power Rangers would be better without the Megazords.
I mean, there's later episodes of Power Rangers where they don't even use the Megazord. So yeah.
I'm saying completely wiped out. No Megazords ever again. That would be best, just like Kamen Rider without bikes.
So,
like what he's asking is, could Power Rangers hold up without any Megazord action? Much like Rider without any bike action.
I mean, I feel like it could. It could survive without the Megazords.
That's not what I said at all. I want them erased. Go back and watch Zeo Turbo. No vehicles, no Megazords.
Ooh.
I think it could. I think it could survive.
Turbo without vehicles and no
Cosmic
mech?
Fury didn't have any, so it's fine. But I mean,
Oh, I have. God, I wish I was the one doing this right now because I would ask Zio a question right now.
well, you
What?
can ask a question.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So Zio, your favorite final form, your favorite suit, which is like the bond between man and his rider machine, is it a bike?
No, it's not. But I do think that the implementation,
Okay,
if
that's
they
all I
did
need.
have it going on there, would work much nicer. That's just because in my own fanfic that I was writing back when I was younger, the final form was literally the bike and the rider combining together, thus
But you
becoming
got
a
that.
proper common rider.
But you got that. But it wasn't.
I know
a bike.
that's why I enjoyed it. I like the bond between
Cloudy-
rider machine.
Cloudy should be disqualified from this game because he is trying to defend everything, even when it's not his turn.
No,
to
I
defend
would say
anything.
the Ollie
He's
that I
playing
was
off-
He hasn't seen
Anyways.
all of it, so I have to help him
that I
out.
was hoping that Ash was gonna go with was like they don't need bikes to ride them; they can just ride the enemies.
Oh my god.
That would have been a good one.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
what I was waiting for. I was waiting
Right.
for like an Ollie for like something like that. I
Now
was
we
like,
pull
but I ain't getting
Scorpion
it.
Hog up on the
I
screen.
mean, I had my one good clap back, and that was at the start of the debate.
Yep.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let me see what I get.
This is the final one, right?
Yep, this is the final
Yeah.
one. I hope it's good, or else
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
pull up money.
Well, I mean, you still have your mulligan, remember?
Yes, and plus,
you
like
don't
we
remember.
technically did
Did that
this
one.
weird. Yeah.
We did majority of
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
so-
Some of them haven't removed, which is weird. Like that's why I was before. I was like, oh, they're not removing every time because
I don't know this wheel one.
Ooh.
Oh, the 01
One
comic,
comic should be canon,
canon.
as it's the best content from the show besides others.
I have read the comic.
I
So,
have
so
not.
You should have got this one.
essentially, look, they dropped the ball when it came to like the ending of it, and there's always supplemental content that people want regarding some of their shows, and the implementation of Kamen Rider, what's his name, Ragnarok, that's really good suit design. That's some really good suit design that they're implementing into the lore of 01. Now, okay, so I know that this is technically taking place between episodes, and it's not called for or called back to in any way, shape, or form within the show itself. But memory wipes are a thing that happen, and either way, I think that the 01 comic, for as much as I have read only the first issue, should be adapted to live action as well, and it would probably be peak content, especially just to give us some henshin jingles that we just have never heard before. And just throwing on there the others content, so that's like the Metsubo Jinrai and like the Vulcan Valkyrie special, all of that stuff, peak as well. This is just higher in the totem pole than all that stuff. Regardless of some of the errors that they might have had within the pages themselves, that was stylistic choices. And you're just supposed to take that as abstract.
So you, as a man who personally indulges in the finer details and the minute little connections and inner workings, feel that it's okay to have a series, like much after the ending of the series proper, content that comes in right in the middle of the series, so as such to not have any weight or stakes and or effect on the main series as a whole.
Yes.
Do you think that's okay to just have, and it is?
Oh yes. If anything, I'll go a step farther and say that the comic should work as an introductory point for someone that wants to get into the franchise.
You son of a bitch! What is your favorite part in the third issue? Name
I
what's
didn't
your favorite part?
He hasn't read to the third issue.
Look, the first one was so
Yeah.
peak. I was like, set it and forget it. It's good.
So peak. Okay. All
Yep.
right.
How much?
All right.
Well,
It's so peak that I
What-
didn't
what
even buy it. I went ahead and got those illegal scans.
What are the implications of this run that has added more flavor and more flair to the season that is called 01? What specifically has this added to it?
It
Make it
added
better.
new suit
what else?
And
with the evil rider, so that adds additionally way more content on there.
How much? And
What
then,
about character in the terms of character development?
yeah, what does this add to the overall show? Besides,
this educates the plebes out there that have been pronouncing Iz's name wrong as Izu, because now you get the proper correct pronunciation of her name. It is what it is, and you just have to live with it. And now that we had a comic go ahead and just lay down the foundations and being like, this is how it's supposed to be, without needing like unofficial fan subs. This is from a source, as you would take it. Just instantly divulges a lot of those finer details. It's great.
How did this comic add to our main character's overall personality that we didn't see before? That made him
so they acted so they acted so different than they did within the show itself that you could almost believe that they're a different character just because of the way that they would just carry themselves. Fuwa definitely did not act anything like he did within the show, but that just added a different layer, because that just means that he's putting on maybe potentially a side act within the show itself. And you're like,
I need more specifics.
I see what you're going on here.
I'll let you finish. I need more specifics. How did they act differently? Major differences between the two from the show and how they acted.
So look, I'm going based off of memory here, and if memory serves me right, it is what it is, and it's still superior.
No. That's not good enough. You're saying it is what it is does not count. I need to know how the characters were different, yet this still is better.
Look, all I'm seeing here is a witch hunt against someone that is trying to like completely defend this comic for what it brought to this franchise. That
what did it bring to this franchise other than the suit?
What did it bring? What did it bring besides a new suit?
Western adaptation, Western proper context of a show that they ended up getting in terms of Blu-ray format.
And how well do you think the West adapted it?
Do you know the sales numbers for this comic book?
They were so high, massively high. They were in.
That's just me. That's just me, not the comics.
They were in the dozens, of high.
Yeah, that was just Mark.
That's just Mark.
That was just my orders.
That's because he bought every cover.
They were in the dozens.
It's literally just Mark, actually.
Yeah. And you know what?
Do you know how many issues there were?
Did they ever touch the triple digits in
No, really. Do you even know how many issues were in the
It was like a three. It was a 3-shot run, right?
Four.
Oh.
So what you're saying is it's canon and it's best content for the show, but the only thing it's contributed to the overall lore and history of the show is one new suit, and that's it.
And you know how much people fuck with new suits and shows? All the fucking time.
Really? Would you say that the fact that Gottschalk introduced many new suits was to its benefit and not its detriment?
Now, let's look at some of the fan base here. Like when it comes to shows,
why not answer the question? Please answer the question.
They love them some new suits. So because of that, there are some folks that love them some Gottschalk because of all the variety of suits.
This is
There's a reason why people love Outsiders, because it's throwing in new suits to the mix.
I asked you, not other people.
Usually suits have an impact on the fandom. How much of an impact do you think this suit had on the fandom? And are they still talking about it to this day?
No, because they're ready to move on to the next new thing. That's usually the way the fandom works.
Why?
Really, I still see the fandom gush about Supernova. I mean, whatever that's Emperor Form Kiva.
Sure. That's just because they're newbies that just got reintroduced to Kiva because they were.
Why did people still gush over Blade King Form Final Form?
They were infants or not born when these shows came back. So
why is Chalice Wild the greatest power up I've ever seen in my life?
I have the most important question. Zio, how do you feel about an American writing a 4-issue comic book that's now canon for a Japanese tokusatsu show in Kamen Rider 01? How do you feel on a Western American who, by the way, didn't do good writing? How do you feel about that now, that being canon to the show?
Should be done with every franchise ever.
Oh, you You son of a bitch. You're good because you said I was straight face.
So what you're saying is Western value should be included in all of future
Japanese
writers?
media.
Absolutely. Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Which Western values also include diversity.
Yep. Absolutely.
So you're
And
okay with the
equity.
next Kamen Rider She-Hulk?
I will go further and say that Stellar Blade is not as peak as it could have been. If it was not, it should have been given to a Western developer.
Damn. You can't even. Wow. That ain't even cool. That's not even good. Damn.
Anything
What
else?
if this same writer wrote a Fies comic book that was canon, and everyone else says it's the best content from that show?
Not only
it's a
would I
Western
read it, but I
fan.
would go to the meet and greet and get that shit autographed.
Okay. Now, what if it was a 5-parter that canon that undid any involvement of the character Shiba Yuji in all of Fies?
Now, first of all, you said the name wrong.
Oh, sorry.
So
Kiba
minus
Yuji.
points.
Kiba Yuji, my bad.
Now, to be fair, the actor has long since passed away. And I think statutes of limitations in terms of what can be done has run its course. So they can do what they want. And they can, you know what? I don't have to read them all, but I'll still buy them, support them, because you got to support some of these efforts sometimes, get them framed up, and say that I read them. But, you'll see them in the background in every shot of my videos.
All right, what if I told you that in issue 4 of this comic, it is alluded to and possibly shipped Fua and Aruto together?
Great. Perfect representation.
Full on BL.
Yep. All about it.
Those progress keys, when they fold out, and he's got the punching gorilla one, he just folding.
Perfect.
I don't want. Please
Perfect.
stop. I don't want that image, mate.
Perfect.
I was going to keep going, too.
Perfect for the era.
All right, he's
right for the times.
He's dead
right for the times.
He's dead set
I'm
on
trying to
saying
think of stuff that was in the comic book that wasn't in the comic book, that if it was canon, because the comic book takes place before episode 10. So it's like, what could be in the comic book that I'm trying to think that would actually mess up the whole timeline of 01?
So
the
early introduction of Kamen Rider arc, and then its subsequent neuralizing from the memories of all the characters was perfect in the comics.
No,
as far as I did not
read
read
about that shit. But that's what happened in it, though. So do you still think it should be canon?
Yes.
Huh?
Really? Memory erasure as this whole thing was pointless and not needed. The thing you've complained about constantly.
That's some of the best writing that we ever get in a lot of
the fact that everyone has amnesia of this event.
Yeah.
Exhibit A, Geets, you had issues with that constantly towards the end of the show.
I can retroactively change, some of my thought process. The me of today is different from the me of yesterday.
So would you
like 2 weeks ago?
That was a year ago.
No, it was like last week.
It was literally
2 weeks ago, not even. Last time we did a stream, we brought up
once again, the me of today is different from the me of yesterday, and I think when it comes to the
way actually, it could have been yesterday because there was some of that in the chat about bad takes.
Would the you of tomorrow still agree that the 01 comic should be canon as it's the best content from that show?
Ask again later.
Would the you in 5 seconds agree
so you're
with
not
that
always going to feel
statement?
this way?
Opinions change sometimes.
So in 5 seconds, your opinion could change.
It could. It's going to take a very hard bribe to try and change some of those aspects, but I don't know. For right now,
if you had to pick one to not be canon to the other, would you pick removing the 01 comic from canon or removing Fudo PI from canon to double?
Fudo PI was a mistake. It's nothing but trash. So the 01 comic is the superior one to that one.
So would you remove
that is valid, honestly.
I'm just curious. Would he remove the subsequent comics of the original Kamen Rider from canon, the parts we saw in Shin Kamen Rider?
So you're
We
saying
need to remove Scorpion Auger?
Yes.
that I don't know how that would make sense in terms of like I don't get that for this argument.
Oh no,
I
I'm
know,
just
Zio, but you can't remove Scorpion Auger from history. I won't forgive you. Pig01 comic.
whatever. All right, let's end it here because I just
Yeah, 'cause I
there's
was like,
no
that
You
last
have
one-
no
the
idea how
last
much my
one is-
heart is racing right now. I've been
there's no
like,
breaking that, man. There's no breaking.
I just feel it like my chest is like beating so hard.
Every
I'm trying to keep it in.
Yeah, my wife's playing Mario 64 right now.
I'm like
Every
out here
lie.
trying to keep that shit in. I'm like, ugh. I have
Every
to.
lie
I
I
have to.
have to tell.
Yes. Ooh, that's the hardest I ever had to lie.
I was literally gonna go grab the comics and bring up specific things that you would be like, no, it should not be canon.
No, I was like, oh god, I committed to
When
that
I
one.
brought up the Western
I-
writer, I was like, no, he's gonna get mad if I bring it. I was like, he can't go along with the Western writer.
No,
writing
no.
canon for two. I was like,
I've
You're
seen
not
so
reading
much
the
of the
comic,
grift on
maybe.
both sides that I'm just
Yeah.
like, no, I can play this bit. I can play this bit.
oh, I know, right? It's pretty easy.
Damn.
'Cause listen. I'm not gonna say the initials or the name out loud of who you started to sound like, but I was like, all right. I was like, he's doing good. I know what he's doing over there. I was like, there's no defeating this now.
Yeah,
Yep.
You fell in the loop. You fell in the loop cycle of, and I was like, yeah, he's not even rebuttaling. He's just deflecting, and
He's
it's
just
working.
swatting everything away.
What ruined it is you didn't read the comics. If you actually read
Yeah, I
the
did.
comic, I feel like it would have been easier to break you
Did
because
you read
once you
all
transport-
4 chapters? All 4
I
issues?
have all
on them?
four. I've read all of them.
No,
Yeah, I
meant
only read
Zio.
that first. No, I only read the first issue once we got those scans online, and I was just
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Oh, had you read the rest, you wouldn't be defending it as hard as you were.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would have been easier because that's why I was like, "Did you read it all?" You're like, "No." I'm like, "Crap, I can't."
Yep.
But then also I could have bullshitted some stuff, but it was still gonna work.
So yeah, that was actually fun. That was actually
We should
Who
do this.
wants to
We
bring
should
the
do this
wheel
whenever
back?
there's.
Look,
Yeah,
the
whenever there's
wheel
a slow
will remain.
news.
We can throw more shit into the wheel later on as well, especially now that people know how this bit would actually end up going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's still a lot of
John one is. I need that
Look,
one.
the Austin St. John one is that he gives good tax advice.
Oh my god.
Boring.
I could defend that actually. I could
Oh, yeah,
defend
no, I could
the
too.
fuck out of that.
So there's like several ones, but I mean, we could end up throwing more in that shit. I mean,
Yeah.
look, you
When it
got
comes to
stories
tax
in here.
advice, there's no one who
Yeah.
can defend bad tax advice better than I can.
So there's a lot of bad takes in here, and we can just keep throwing in more
Yeah.
bad.
Whatever that
Yeah.
Disney one is, I'm like, oof. Twilight is. Oh god, is that a better Toku for Twilight? Dude, I can defend that.
Is Twilight a better
Yeah,
romance
Kiva.
anime than Kiva? Ugh.
And Twilight has better vampire representation than Kiva.
Oh, I can
I
defend
could
that.
easily. Nah, yeah, that's not that bad.
I think this Gotchard
You know,
one
them stars.
will probably kill Mark.
What's that got
Wow.
for them?
Gotchard's gimmick is better than any other writer to ever use a card gimmick.
Oh my god, that would kill Mark. He would mulligan that.
No, I wouldn't, because I could actually defend that. But still,
You would
I
say
think
Gotchard's better
You would
than...
start breaking once we start getting to the blade portions. Believe
Yes.
me.
Oh, yeah, once you guys, no, once people start asking, if you guys couldn't ask me questions, it'd be fine.
But
the
if you could
rebuttals
just...
are what are gonna get me.
Just gonna ask you about Blade from the jump.
I know that's yeah.
Yeah, so I think during slow news weeks, we'll just bring out the wheel. Like if next week
Go
is
for
also a
spins,
slow
we
news week,
choose-
we'll continue it on.
I feel like it's gonna be because we're not. We just got all the big like DX toys announcements. We just got all the new candy toy stuff. Like so, Boon Boon they just announced their third wave for the candy toys already. Looking pretty freaking good. They're almost caught up to where the show is with vehicles and robos, but I don't think we're gonna get unless a sneak memorial edition of something gets announced. I don't think we're gonna get any real news this week coming up.
Ooh. All right. What is that? Close to a 4-hour one?
It
Yeah.
is 3:44 because we literally spent almost 2 hours on bad Toku takes.
Mhm.
I was surprised by how effective that segment is. That literally.
Yeah.
Fun.
It puts you on your toes. It makes you think, and it hurts so much
It hurt.
when you're on the hot seat,
Oh,
and
God.
then just hearing some of the defenses that y'all are
Some of the
doing
things
as
you
well.
have
It
to
hurts.
say. Some of the things you have to say.
Just to try and sell the bit, it hurts so much.
I think I'm gonna clip my bit and put it on the channel.
Ash got the perfect bit for him.
Right.
He did.
Yeah.
I know.
My first one was pretty good. I stumbled the other ones.
Plus, you had a really good quote in there.
Yeah. I might have to clip that one that I did first and then lead it, like have a link if that's okay with you, Zio. Just have a
that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to sign off now because I got something to do. I'll see you guys.
Yeah, I got washing and I need
to
to hang out. Like I got washing, I need to hang out, and I got to get some weed killer because winter weeds are growing all over the backyard.
Mark's right there. What are you talking about, weed killer?
Oh, I gotta go.
I've been known. I dabble.
Cloudy's out.
All
right. So, any last second thing to promote?
YouTube,
I'm still working on
videos.
I've got videos too. I'm still working on Go Power Rangers, the full story. I've done the first arc, the second arc. I'm probably going to record the color swap arc either tonight or tomorrow, but I'm aiming to get the video out before 122 or before the big finale of comics in general.
Go check out Ash's first video he did. It's really good.
It slowed down, but now it's picking up. I think I'm going to play around with the thumbnail and see what I can do.
With the new Comic-Con coming up, there's going to be Power Ranger comic stuff possibly because they just announced that Boom's panel.
Yeah, who is going to be there?
Amy Jo are going to be there with Ryan and stuff.
Matt,
I was like, all right.
Yeah, Matt. I think it's Matt Hodson, Amy Jo, Ryan
Walter.
Parrott, Melissa Flores, and Walter for some reason.
Jones. I don't know. They need another. Sometimes they'll bring other Power Ranger actors.
Yeah, they need
stuff.
that makes sense. But yeah, a lot of people are speculating that the comics might go to either the comic license is going to move to the people doing the Transformer comics.
Oh, IDW or whatever.
No, isn't it like Soulbound, whatever it's called? I watched a Legacy of Nerd video, paid little attention to it. But yeah, we got that. But yeah, comic news in a couple of weeks.
All right. Now, any bets on how much of this stream is going to be taken out of context in terms of some of these things?
All of it, especially your one.
The cake stuff, definitely.
So much out of context could be like used for misdeeds on here, but you know, people want the proper context. Watch the stream and know that this was a bit.
It is a 4-hour stream, so hopefully they can watch all of it.
No,
you can skip around. Google the YouTube AI will like do the automatic like segments that they do randomly.
We'll see.
Yeah, I turned mine off for that. I didn't
know you could turn that off.
I don't know if it does that automatically for live streams because there's so many things like after a live stream goes up that I virtually don't touch. So once the live streams are done, it's like I barely touch them at all. So
really quick, Rooney, don't renew Comixology. Comixology is unlimited is so trash right now. You're better off just buying individual comics digital. Like don't even bother with Comixology.
I buy them on Kindle.
There's another one called Omni. There's another app called like Omnibus or something that.
Does that carry over my purchases? Because
I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't checked it out yet.
I thought Comixology shut down.
No, Comixology is still a thing. Amazon bought it. They just gutted it completely.
Oh, the site or?
Yeah, it's still just an Amazon thing.
Okay. All right. I feel like we'd be extending this bit for like a.
Right.
All right. So we're out of here, guys. We'll catch you all next week and probably going to have some more bad Toku takes. So until then, bye.
Bye.
Bye.